guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa. Most recently, you guys are out here in Ivrix, where you are visiting the House of Hops, trying to take a break from covering the relics of Emeria Rosie and causing a lot of trouble around the world for various baddies as you look to defeat Vagradan and other evil forces around, including the Cervantes family, Dulmat, and Duldrin Shadowscar, and the dragon that burned down Brennan's village. You've got your little fairy friend here as well. And Zoran Keltris is out there looking for Aimer. You guys get to take a long rest here at the House of Hops after quite the drinking session. Wake up the next morning refreshed, but a couple of you have hangovers. So,
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. All right. And I just noticed that Roll20 just did an update and all the icons up the top right changed.
Yeah, I know that too.
What would you guys like to do?
Yeah.
You wake up in the House of Hops Inn. Basically a couple of rooms that have been set aside for visitors.
I'm gonna have my morning beer, my breakfast beer.
All right. One of those nice hearty beers to knock down the hangover and get you carbs up.
I'm immune to poison, so just for energy and taste, you know?
Yep. And carbs.
And carbs. Yeah, I need my energy for the day, you know?
Uh-huh. About the rest of you.
Yeah, I think breakfast is a good idea. Eggs and ham, if it's available. But
a place with beer doesn't have eggs and ham. Right. Got it. No, those are absolutely available.
Yeah, I don't have anything really I need to do here. I know that, we're following Rose right now while she packs down these seeds.
Yeah, Rose was just gonna be looking. Well, she's gonna be. Is there like a mirror around here?
Yeah, there would be a mirror in there.
Yeah. So yeah, she would actually be looking at herself because this is the first chance she's gotten since the incident with the purple worm and the unstable healing potion. And yeah, she's just looking at these golden threads that are now like embedded in her flesh. just
exotic.
Just yeah, it's just it could be worse. I mean, I could have my.
That is kind of cool. I mean, so how thick are these threads? I mean, are they? Have you messed with them?
I mean, yeah, she's like fiddling them. It's like she had. I guess she's like gilded for all intents and purposes. Yeah, she's like touching them and they're not coming out. So like they're visible, but they're thick enough to see on her skin. She has a pretty dusky complexion, so it's not like it stands out really well. But yeah, you can definitely see it. And yeah, she's looking at her back, and it's. And this is me taking a little bit of artistic license here.
Go for it.
It's there's a symbol on her back now. It's a wheel with 8 spokes and surrounded by a flower. And yeah, she's just shrugging and just, well, I suppose it could have been something worse. Could have been like, I don't know, a dagger or something.
You sure that doesn't have like some sort of other ramification on your health? It doesn't look comfortable.
I actually don't feel any different at all. Like, she once again she runs her finger over it and it's just like, yeah, it's just like metal thread in my skin.
See, I wasn't worried about their health. My first thought was, I wonder if we can enchant that.
Of course.
Man, that's kind of cool.
If they're not doing anything for their health right now, I'm not sure what enchanting them will do.
Well, yeah. I mean, just that's
Huh.
interesting. I've never seen that before.
I mean,
And it's gold. I mean, my favorite color.
well, I mean,
It's
it's
metal.
it's not
My favorite metal.
it's not
My
the first
favorite
time.
currency.
It's not the first time one of us has metal injected into their body because of those potions.
Yeah.
You know what? Was I there? Was I there the
Oh.
other time?
Aimer
Okay.
has his
Metal-
spine is
something-
I have
metal
a,
spine.
it's titanium. I have a titanium spine. Okay. Let's
Do
be
we-
real here. It's not just metal. It is like super strong, like awesome metal.
Did we have to determine what that does? I mean, if that does anything, has an effect, or is it just?
He
It makes me awesome.
he can't be Batman by Bane. That's what that's what it protects
Yeah.
him from.
It also
Yeah.
allows him to make decisions.
Oh, you saying he doesn't make decisions? He always makes
Good or bad ones.
But it's bad.
But yeah, Rose just nods at Echo and just if you want to attempt to enchant them, I have no problem with that.
Just what happens if he fails and then blows him up?
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Cross
let me
that
think
bridge.
about it. That's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
I think. But right now I'm kind of jealous. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, just drink one of those potions, and who knows, it could happen to you.
You're already gold, Echo. Like, what would you get? Like flesh-colored lines in you or something?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I don't need that.
That's a nightmare.
There's something weird about that flesh. I don't know. No scales. Yeah, it's
No
like you guys
scales,
are
yeah.
running around naked all the time.
Yeah, I suppose. Anyway, she says as she finishes getting dressed and goes out to eat breakfast. Right. They said the House of Tulips was actually just a few hours away, so hopefully we can get this done quick before we can. Well, what are we gonna do afterwards? Are we gonna assault garden soil?
Well, we need to go find Echo's body. I should say.
No, Amarazi's body.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I don't know that that's really a thing. So I was thinking about that last night, and like I said, I think we have accomplished all that we're going to be able to do as far as bringing Amarazi back is concerned. I don't think.
See, here's my thought: is that if it were just the relics, and I'm not saying the relics aren't powerful, but if it was just the relics by itself, why would Evil McDragonborn man really care that much? You're not like I've killed dragons your size by myself. Like,
So it could be some knowledge that Amarazi holds that I haven't really unlocked yet. Also, it could have something to do with the essence of Amarazi and his spirit that seems to follow me. For example, I seem to be the only one that can open and close the temple. So, or maybe this other Dragonborn. So it may have something to do with that as well. I mean, the key to defeating Vagardan may not be Amarazi as much as something related to Amarazi. And I have a suspicion we probably already have what we need. We just don't know it yet. So
if it's something like the will to fight or like a pure heart or anything else, I'm not 100% there with you.
Yeah.
We need a big ass sword.
Yeah, I don't disagree, and I know there is that sword. I think that's something we need to do is go get it.
Well, is
maybe.
it in the hands of Telonia Gray, or is it that was just the last reported location?
That was the last thing we knew about it.
Huh.
Yeah, and that was a long time ago, right? That wasn't even recent. That was like, yeah, that was a long time ago.
So it might not even still be in garden soil for all we know. That's just the last lead we have on its location.
I mean, it's garden soil. It's probably buried deeper than Cecilia's mental health problems.
That'd be a good place to start, though, right? I mean, so I guess that's where we start.
Well,
that's what we're looking for.
I mean, I don't think I think we'll be fine, but Stell and
Mhm.
you, you know, they're not all as understanding as Cecilia was. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to try to kill you two on sight once they realize you're magic casters.
Oh no. Cecilia's a druid. They're more interested in the weave, so it'd probably be closer to me and Echo. They really hate.
Hmm.
As far as I know, druids don't work in the weave. Is that correct, Eric?
No, they do work in the weave.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Well, I'm wrong.
There's also the fact that I'm, you know, and she just like cocks her head back towards her wings.
I don't think they have any problem inherently with Fae. They just don't like magic casters.
In
Well, we
general,
have
yeah.
inherently magic properties to us.
Yeah. So, well, I guess that's a hurdle for another time.
It was just
Oh,
fine.
right. Before we get going, Echo, there's some things I want to discuss because apparently we're being spied upon.
What's new?
Now that
Yeah.
you can see those orbs, we need to come up with a signal that you can like let us know that
Yeah,
And we're
and I
talking.
don't know. Yeah, and I don't. That's a good point. That's a good way to do it. And I don't know if. Yeah, I don't think there's actually a spell that will let you get past this. There is a magic item, um, and I'm not sure if it works the way that I think it works. So there is a magic item that will keep one individual, and unfortunately, it's attunement, which maybe we can find a way around that. But there is a magic item that will keep one person from being spied upon, or even viewed or observed in a sensor. Now,
oh
I don't know if that means that that person can't be targeted. So, for example, if you were the person that they're trying to scry on,
oh yeah, it's what's it
and
called?
I had the item, I think it's an amulet, and I had the item. I can't be targeted, but I also can't be viewed or perceived or observed. So I don't know if that excludes the entire party because hey, the sensor can't be around me, or if it just means that I don't show up on the sensor while everybody else does. I
You do
don't know what
not.
the I do not what.
Yeah. You're the
Oh, you
only
don't
one who
show.
would be affected.
Yeah.
Who else could be?
See, there's a hole in this somehow because one sensor can view the entire party, but the entire party has to have magic items and attune to them to avoid sensors. That's
Well,
I might be able
your
to dispel the
presence,
sensor.
if they're trying to cast a sensor on you, that sensor won't work. If they
right.
don't know the rest of the party, the sensor
Yeah.
can't be cast.
Yeah. And if they cast it
Yeah.
on one of us, they'll see all the rest of us, but you'll just like not be in this.
Right.
Where yeah. But yeah, Rose nods and it's like, oh yeah, that's the spell that Cecilia was casting on me daily before she decided to become half man, half angel or whatever.
Well, what was
And
it?
yeah,
Protection.
Let's say it. Half
Well,
Cato, half Angel.
and yeah, half bear, half man, half pig. Yeah.
Yeah.
what was the
Uh,
spell you were casting? Because I was thinking about the item.
well, I forgot what the spell was called, but she had that whole. She bought like 40 of those scrolls.
It's not detection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Non-detection.
yeah, I was. Well, she bought those scrolls because I was going to buy one of those amulets, and it cost 15,000 for one of them. So I mean, I suppose it's
That,
an option, but I think it's just a lot easier for if you see one of those orbs, just to let me know, and I can just make sure no one can see anything.
so
They might be able
for
to
the
see through magical
duration,
darkness. So
you how to target divination magic, um, or a place or an object no larger than 10 feet. See, that's another. So you would have to cast this on everybody in the party. It doesn't exclude the other members of the party. So when she casted it on you, well, they could just target me with a sensor, and then they can see the rest of the party.
Well,
So
yeah, because I was. It was solely because I was concerned about a certain pirate lord
right.
spying on me at the time.
Yeah.
And now it seems
And-
like all our enemies are spying on us, which is somewhat
Yeah.
problematic.
That is a problem. And you would think that you could upcast this to include multiple targets, but it doesn't say that in the description. So, yeah, we'll have to figure
Oh.
something out.
Well, for the time being, just I don't know, like cough twice if you see one of those visible sensors pop up.
Yeah, I'll keep my eye out. And I think you can attack them and destroy them. So just because they see us, I mean, we just as soon as we see them, we get rid of them. I think that's.
They actually
how
don't
it
have
works.
stats.
They don't, but all you have to do is you can hit it or remove it, right?
You can cast Dispel Magic and beat the spell save to do it.
Okay, great. Okay, this is. Yeah, that's a hassle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you can cast one spell, and I have to cast 5. Yeah, I'm going to figure something out. That's annoying.
Maybe you can
Give me-
enchant these new threads of mine to make some sort of anti-scrying radius effect.
That's a that's not a bad idea.
Man.
Yeah. So
What was the idea?
there's the gem of
The idea was to
discretion.
enchant
You
the
know,
metal
actually-
threads to prevent detection in an area.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a 30-foot radius or something like that.
Yeah.
Which
I mean, just a
Which-
10-foot radius will probably do the trick for the most part. But yeah,
Just-
that's fantastic.
I mean, it's an idea, and I'm not out of character, suggesting that because of her job, how it would be extremely helpful. But
Yeah, we just don't want enemies, spying on us. I mean,
uh,
but
uh,
yeah, let me think about that. I think that's actually, yeah, I was thinking of creating something like a gem of discretion and just giving it a little more oomph. But that may be a better idea. It may be easier to do too. So, all right, I'll work on it.
sure, you're the magic enchanty guy. I'll trust your judgment.
Magic
This is when
enchanting.
we missed Cecilia for sure.
Yeah, I suppose I miss her too. It's no fun, all of you guys are so agreeable. I miss the banter.
Threatened by being banished every 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, at least she doesn't keep you on the leash anymore, right?
I mean, I could have gone off the leash the whole time. It wasn't that hard, but then she would have gotten all upset and angry and be like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'll just say, Brennan isn't there yet. How's that?
Oh, is he still passed out?
I don't know. Actually, I was gonna ask the DM if he wanted to make a decision on where he's at, but he sees when he opens his eyes.
Where he drunkenly woke up at.
Yeah, he doesn't
Um,
know, and I don't know either.
Let's get you to roll a D100 because I actually have a chart for this.
Okay.
I haven't used this chart in forever, but I'll pull it up and it'll... D100, where is Brennan?
For you.
35. Brennan, you are outside on the roof.
That makes sense. Is there any web around him or anything? Or
I don't think there's web. Actually, yeah. Based off of your roleplay last week, yeah, there would be web, wouldn't there?
there would be web? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the roof. It looks like the roof has some grass on it.
Yes.
So what I'm gonna say,
Uh-huh.
Brennan opens his eyes wide, and the world becomes light again. And he looks around, and he sees webs, and probably smells some urine.
Yep.
That's
He
always
hears
a good sign.
voices, right? Because you're all inside. But I'm gonna say that he stands up and would have walked off the side of the building because he thinks he's on grass. Except he has his cloak on so he can walk on walls.
So he does the full Spider-Man walk over the ledge.
Well, I'm thinking more of a walking and then fully bending over and almost throwing up because now he's kind of upside down. And kind of clambering back right side up and slowly, with his body pressed against the building, just kind of working his way down. Maybe one of you all see him through a window or something.
Okay.
I don't see him, Brandon.
No.
None of us are getting pissed on, so I don't think he's in this room.
Okay. At that, he'll kind of just slink in the front door and make his way to the group and utter
Oh, there you are.
good
Morning. Good
What?
morning, buddy.
Why do you smell like piss?
You would have to
Did you
ask.
I told you I'm a hunter, and this is what hunters use.
Legitimate.
They don't use their own piss, though. That's the exact opposite of what you want. And does Aimer know that? Hold on. I'm pretty sure you're
Yeah.
not supposed to use your own piss for hunting, buddy. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to use animal piss.
I'm pretty sure that there's no stores or places out here to outfit that. This is a survival technique. It's a ranger thing. You wouldn't understand it.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna argue that with you.
Yeah,
You know?
he's the expert in this field. That's
Yeah.
why we hired him.
This is why you hired.
Yeah. Piss thing,
Yes.
apparently. Yeah, we hired the expert of piss.
The expert of
It's a side benefit. Yeah. How you feeling?
I'm ready to go kill dragons. So what are we doing?
We're gonna go pluck flowers.
That sounds horrible.
Well, that's
I mean,
legitimate.
there might
response.
there might be a dragon there. We don't know.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. If from what I can tell, they're probably gonna either just outright say no, in which case we're gonna have to steal some, or they're gonna make us do something for them, in which case, well, who knows? Maybe they'll ask us to kill something for it.
Oh, stealing? Someone mentioned stealing? That's my favorite thing. Well, maybe my
There's
second
hope.
favorite thing. It's up there.
Well,
There's
yeah,
hope
we'll
is
see.
interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. There's hope. There's hope. We might have to, just completely ruin somebody's day, and we'll just see how it goes.
That's one of my other favorite things.
Excellent.
All right. Well, now that we're all awake and ready to go, and we've all got our various plans laid out, I suppose we should head off. Where's that village elder? Because they
You
told
look
us it was like to
around? He's not here at the moment.
is there anybody here? Or who? Where's that?
You haven't seen
that helpful
anybody.
Oh yeah, they're all gone. I guess they're all passed out still.
Anywhere?
You know where they were? They're not there right now.
I wonder where they went.
Something seems off.
I'm sure they're all passed out somewhere. But
Can I listen
Sure.
around? Hear any
Roll
any
perception check.
bustle?
Absolutely. With a 27, the only sound you hear is that of birds and bugs. The rustle of leaves. That's it. You don't hear another human soul or humanoid soul anywhere around. And then your party.
Hmm.
Yeah, Amaranth walks behind the bar and takes another
What
beer.
time? About what time is it?
I would say about 9 a.m.
Well, they may not be awake yet. Either that or they're going to kill us.
no.
Something happened.
Can I insight this, Eric, to see?
Sure.
Let's see. What does Aimer think happened?
With a 27, they're busy doing the village's business, not here.
Well, they're probably off doing something.
Yeah,
And,
we are a gathering village as far as I know.
I don't really feel threatened at all or anything like that. I totally didn't waste a giant crit attack on figuring that out, by the way.
For the record, I did not say you're not threatened by this. They're
No,
doing
this
their
one-
business somewhere else.
This is Aimer's opinion.
Okay, very well. Just
Yes.
I want to clarify that because I
Yeah.
didn't say that.
No, Aimer always feels like overall threatened, but like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
At this exact moment, there's not a dagger in his back.
Yeah.
So he takes like 3 or 4 more beers and he goes like, well, I guess we're on to the tulip place or whatever.
The House of Tulips. Well, let us go. They said 3 hours to the north. Shouldn't be too hard to find, right?
In this jungle, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure we can deal with it.
So
All right,
you
let's
guys head
head
off
on
into
out.
the jungle. Awesome.
Aimer's 2-fisting beers as they walked on the path.
Mm-hmm.
He
I
actually
got
has
it.
2 beers in each hand, and he's going back and forth drinking out of 2 of them at a time.
Yeah. No koozies or anything. Just
Dude,
uh,
we're
it-
gonna find a koozie in the jungle.
I mean, I'm sure they have ice boxes. It's the House of Hops. I'm sure they have an ice box
Yeah,
to keep them cool.
I wasn't about to go that far, looking. They might have an ice box. They don't have a koozie machine. Like, hey, there we go. This sends you a free koozie. It has Cecilia's face on it.
Yeah, it's like, man, it's like being back in college again.
Yeah, it's
Um,
just as cold as my heart. You know,
you should. Oh, have you been praying to her to let her know that to bother her? Don't forget.
every day.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, might as well do it right now. Get one in nice and early.
And one thing I'm gonna do as well when we sack garden soil is I'm gonna sit on Lady Dame's face and then have Echo blow the horn, just so Cecilia can see that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. She, I'm not going to get between the two of y'all when she tries to get that, exact vengeance on you.
Yeah, well,
She's
let me
like an
first time.
avatar. She's practically an avatar of a god now, so I ain't going to mess with her. She was already bad enough to begin with.
I'll still mess with her. MKL kind of likes me.
Your boss
Well,
likes me. You
that's
can't
true,
do
that's
anything
true.
about this.
Yeah, that's maybe true.
I'll write a strongly worded letter.
Yeah, man. VIP frequent flyer.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
Yeah. At this point, like, yeah, if you die one more time, MKL's gonna have to give you like a free Sunday or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
man, I gotta get pull
Punch
up
card
my
gets filled up.
MKL sent me back to life card. Yeah, I'm almost full.
All right.
Yeah.
So after 3 hours of traveling to the north along the path, you're able to come up to a place that looks like this.
That's actually looks kind of nice comparatively. Yeah.
Hmm.
Is there people
Very nice.
going about at all?
You don't see anyone, but there are windows, and while you can't see specific outlines because the windows are kind of frosted, you do see movement inside.
Well, I
Hello.
suppose we should just go up and knock. She'll start. Is there like a path through these tulips? Like,
There is.
okay, yeah, she'll take the path through the tulips to the front door.
Okay, everyone following along?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Begrudgingly.
Yep.
So, as you come up to the door and knock, the sound carries within. You can hear it. After a couple moments, the door opens. A woman looks out at you. Ah,
Okay.
hello.
Ah.
I'm not sure we've made acquaintances yet. I'm Pale Bloom. Can I help you?
Hello, my name is Sweet August Rose. I'm a pilgrim from Shu, and I was told that this is where the tulips of Ivrix are grown.
Indeed. See them around you.
Oh, so these are. I thought. So yeah, she's gonna look at the tulip. Like, I mean, because these just look like normal tulips. Like, are there anything special with these tulips? Like,
Roll a nature check.
oh, cool. I should be much better at this than I am.
You can ask Brennan.
Hey,
With the 21, you notice that beneath the flower themselves, each of the plants has a small barb. It is actually a venomous tulip.
So yeah, she was she just nods and just says, "I see." Well, I am a member of the house, though it's from the Shuian branch. I was wondering, would it be possible to gain some cuttings or some potted versions of these tulips?
I'm not sure what you mean. Please come inside.
Yeah, she'll come
Aren't they
inside.
bulbs?
Yeah, I guess bulbs is that's the term. Pretend I know anything about gardening.
With the 21, with a 21, you do know something about gardening.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just wondering if I could take some bulbs with me for my journey.
Oh, I'm very cautious about allowing our flowers out of bed. Do come in. Do come in. Make yourselves
Yes.
comfortable. Um, is there anything that I can get you? Anything at all?
Oh, tea would be lovely.
Tea. Excellent. Ernest, please get some tea.
Ah, the importance of
Roll
being
an,
earnest.
roll a insight check, please. Sweet August Rose.
Uh, is this House of Flowers related
No,
or just like in general? Okay.
in general.
Hey, I'm rolling pretty good.
Excellent. With the 27, you haven't heard this tone since you left Shu.
God. Uh, I
She
don't know what
just
to mean.
commanded a man to get
Oh, right.
tea.
Oh, yeah. The matriarchy. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
looking at her more closely. Um, I'm. Does she look like she comes from the monastery? I don't know. The
Oh,
nunchucks are kind of a
not
monastery.
a monastery, perhaps. But as far as the monastery, not necessarily.
Yeah. Are you from Shu? Out of curiosity.
No, but I do like visiting occasionally. It's quite nice and exotic. You understand,
I,
of course.
I mean, yeah, it's. I feel the same way about Ivrix.
Well, of course. Having come from there, I'm sure that you find all of our plants exotic and everything exciting.
Yeah, she raises a finger. So something that is familiar. The jungle, though. The jungle is
Indeed.
much is very similar in many ways. You know, hot, humid, unpleasant to travel through. Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
out of
sorry that you
character.
find it unpleasant.
Everything went black on our screens. I don't
Yeah,
know.
what? There. One moment.
I just refreshed the gate was me.
Yeah, I thought I was refreshing too.
Sorry about that. Something happened. Roll20's doing updates. It should be fixed now.
Now there's a grid now.
The heck? Roll20. Stop it.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's cool.
And you said her name was
Bam.
Pale Blossom?
Pale Bloom.
Pale Bloom, I'm sorry.
I'll type that in chat for you.
House Tulip. House of Tulip. Sure. So I look at her and I just say, "So have you visited our monastery? If you've traveled so much to Shu,
Which monastery would that be? And
the
let me actually
Nightshade,
show
the
you
night.
the inside of the house here.
Yeah, I'm just making pleasant conversation as we.
The Nightshade Monastery.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that I have not. Is it nice?
Oh, it's wonderful. Oh, if you do ever plan to go, you should go during spring. That's when all the flowers and all the fruit on the mountain blossom.
Ooh.
During the spring melt, it's gorgeous.
Sure it is. Oh, how quaint. Here's the tea. Ernest, please serve our friends. And he goes around to each of you and will pour you each a cup of tea from a little cart. And he goes around and serves all 5 of you and her. After he's
Gamer.
done, he goes and stands in the corner.
Good
Gamer
boy.
saying that she got served as well. Will then take a sip of his tea.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll drink it. I'm not suspicious.
Yeah, Brandon's stomach hurts. He's not drinking this.
Not drinking that? No? Okay.
He's
Echo
so-
will. He kind of he trusts. He's going to do whatever Rose thinks.
Okay.
He's going to follow Rose's.
well. It could be poison, but I'll probably be fine. But yeah. Does poor Brendan still look really hungover? It's been 3 hours.
You just walk through a humid jungle for 3 hours. That doesn't help the situation.
Yeah. I really think you should hydrate, Brennan. Like that'll probably make you feel better.
Roll an insight check, Echo.
Okay.
With a 10.
Oh, I'm supposed to get advantage. I'm sorry.
You have an advantage on insight? Okay. You got
Yes.
17. Couple
Yeah.
of things that are interesting is there are a couple of paintings around the room. Here and here. In the center of the room, there's a coffee table with a double-bladed dagger. It's a forked blade directly in front of you guys, resting on the table. There's a chest over here and a small bench. Over here, there's an armoire in a living room. That seems out of place. Other than that, seems like a fairly normal reception room.
Okay. Yeah, I was just. Yeah, I'll take note of that. Thank you.
Now, why do you desire one of our tulip bulbs?
Oh, I promised someone that I would obtain tulip bulbs on my journey.
Well,
And
that
I
is
wanna
a
be able to build-
brash. That's a brash commitment. Who was
Yes,
this?
unfortunately, I made it before. No, I promised them that I would get the bulbs. So I have perfectly. I tend to obtain them on my own merit.
Very well.
for myself.
But who are these for? After all, you understand that we can't simply let them go to anyone.
Oh God, I don't know. This is the part where I don't know if I should lie or not.
Yes, you should.
I intend to keep them for myself. Like I said, I only promised that I would obtain them, and they would make an
Roll
excellent.
your deception check.
All right.
As I need you to beat a
Oh,
28.
Oh shit.
I'm going to subtly cast. Yeah,
Sorry, Barbs.
silvery barbs. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to subtly
Silvery
cast something.
barbs?
That shit can't happen.
Comes in as an 18.
Oof, that's still pretty good. Do I get advantage on the roll, or is that only on attack rolls with
That's
silvery
only
barbs?
that's only on attack
Oh.
rolls.
Is it? I'm not sure.
No, it would be on your next roll, but we were doing this roll beforehand because I asked you to roll
yeah.
deception. So
You could.
Ah.
Yeah, these could be simultaneous rolls, right?
yeah.
Oh, I almost got a 19.
She smiles. Intrigue is always interesting as she puts the teacup off to the side. But I'm afraid at this specific topic, I cannot let this slide. I understand that discretion is important. I trust that you have a client who has asked you to retrieve these for what purpose? Propagation?
Oh
Personal
no, they didn't.
collection? Profit?
They didn't ask me to do it. I offered.
You
They already had.
offer.
They already had some. So
They had some of our tulips. Oh,
Mhm.
interesting.
yeah.
Who would this be?
I smile. Unfortunately, he is. Or I'm sorry. They are a friend of mine,
Oh,
and I'm not really willing to give you that name unless you would make some sort of promise that they would come to no harm.
Oh, I can't promise that they would come to no harm. After all, I can't guarantee that.
Hmm.
You understand that, and she looks next to you, where there is a fairy. Words have power, and if I promised that your associate, friend, the person you promised to acquire the tulips for, if I promised that they would come to no harm, and yet they cut themselves with paper, I would have broken my promise.
I
Can't
could
do.
leave the
Oh,
room if that would help.
well, no, and I think you should stay. Actually, hopefully, all that requires is specificity. Then,
Very well. What would you specify in order to give me the name of the person who you wish to take some of the most valuable plants in all of Ivrix to?
hmm. In order to give you their name, I would have to require from you a promise that you nor your agents would harm this person for any sort of crime of obtaining these flowers.
Oh, I've been around the Fae for quite some time.
Honestly, not that really. How long have we known you? Have I known you still? Like
Oh, a month,
couple,
maybe
few
two.
months? Yeah,
Yeah,
a few months.
something like that.
You know, fairies lived that long.
What?
How long do actually? I look over at stuff. How long do fairies live?
About. Hold on, check my. Yeah, give me a sec.
It depends how long you shove them in a bottle.
No, no, that has nothing to do with it. Hold on. Does it say here?
I believe fairies are technically immortal.
The one that I'm using does not state, but the Wild Beyond the Witchlight Fairy says they have a lifespan of about a century.
Okay.
Yeah, fairies
Pale
on
Blue
their
is
own live
impressed
about
that you
100
have lived
years.
more than a month.
The standard fairy usually has a lifespan of about 100 years. Sometimes less, sometimes more.
Sonic.
Yeah, but still is traveling with us.
Oh. Is that a
Yeah.
dangerous pastime?
It
Ah,
is.
it really is.
I don't want to talk about it.
Have you ever been eaten by a purple worm?
Can't say that I have.
Aimer sort of absorbs most of the danger.
Yeah.
Ah,
Neither had I. Yeah, neither had I until like 3 days ago. Yeah,
interesting.
it's certainly a very hectic lifestyle.
I trust that that was not an innuendo.
No, trust me. If I wanted to do an innuendo, I'd say something along the lines of, I don't mind purple worms, but when they get that big, it's a little too crazy.
Ah. Ha 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 ha.
So,
Oh dear.
was that a real, like, genuine laugh?
No. I
Uh,
don't need you to roll an insight check. She's mocking.
but yeah, I take more sips of my tea. But like I said, a promise something along those lines would be what I require to reveal the name of the person I'm going to may give these
I will
flowers to.
agree to those terms. I will agree to the specific terms that you have placed forward. That your friend, whoever that might be, will not be harmed as a result of acquiring the tulips from our bed, as long as you provide us with their name.
By you nor your agents.
By me, or any one of the other members of the House of Two.
No, because you could just contract out. I mean, I know, I'm sure it's a little crass to work with organizations other than the house, but I mean, there's plenty of cutthroats that you could hire to do your dirty work for you. And like I said,
Rose,
I don't.
there's I mean, there's no way you could ever have an ironclad agreement with no holes or workarounds. I mean, it really comes down to whether you trust her or not, or if she trusts
Well,
you.
the thing is, I'm not aware of the rules regarding these flowers, other than that if someone has them without permission or without any sort of good reason, it tends to be a crime punishable by death.
Typically, or some severe result.
Even amongst other members of the house. Not just the House of
Oh.
Tulips, but the House of Flowers in general.
Even then, if they do not have authorization. Now, that's
Hmm.
interesting that you would ask that question. Are they a member of the house?
Well, no, I was just thinking, what if I was to take some?
Roll a deception check.
Well, no, that's actually she is contemplating stealing though.
Yeah, I know, but the specifics that she asked was whether the person. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You're in this profession. Real life. Specificity is important.
Why did it roll
Oh, that's
two?
interesting. I never even considered that. Is he part of the House of Flowers?
Yeah, he is.
I didn't know that.
Oh shit!
She smiles like she's caught you at least a little bit. The smile that you like to wear in real life.
Boo.
The patch here. So, a member of the house seeks tulips.
Like I said,
Exotic.
he wasn't seeking them. I promised
Oh,
to give them to him.
it's a man. Excellent.
You're not very good at this, Rose.
Uh, unfortunately, there isn't a rock I can kick under the table towards Amer. So,
Not that there's a finger that you can throw at him.
no, we're having tea in this nice
Yes,
little
be
foyer.
polite.
Actually,
Uh,
I don't think it's Rose that's not good at this.
it's, yeah. She just sighs and just says, "Look,
Yeah,
like I said, I'm a stranger to these lands. I'm from the monastery in Shu. Like I have to
I
say,
understand.
I am very unfamiliar with how the Evrixian houses operate.
Oh, well, let me enlighten you. Each of the houses reports to a Biedermeier, which is an overarching administrative organization that works together with the House of Flowers to generally guide the stability of Toivoa as a whole.
Oh, wait, I've already got this rundown when I spoke to the members of the Hacienda of Grass. No, I mean
Oh,
in terms of how you
you've
operate in
spoken
terms
with
of
them?
culture. Oh yes, like I said, it's a pilgrimage. I'm traveling all over. I've visited members of the house in Reston. I've visited them in Australia. Like I said, I've been all over. I
Oh,
wanted to learn more about our profession.
how delightful. You'll have to tell me about this journey sometime. Sounds so exotic. But
It is.
these tulips would not be for a member of the hacienda. Over at the Silvergrass Hacienda, would it be?
No.
Oh, well, good. We've already got someone taking care of that. They stole one of them, you know?
Really?
Yes. A man by the name of Altair acquired one while we were watching. Gave it away, thinking he had escaped our observation. Anyway. So, you
So,
wanted the tulip for a man somewhere here in Ivrix?
Rose,
somewhere.
why don't we
Yeah.
why don't we bargain for the we haven't actually offered any goods or services.
Well,
Why
that's
don't
the
we
thing. Aside from that, what would it take for me to get my hands legally upon one of these flowers, or preferably two or three?
Well, legally an assignment from the Biedermeier or one of the members of the family within the House of Tulips, or being gifted one by one of ourselves. Legally, it is very difficult to acquire them, but I'm willing to work with you. After all, you've been very polite. I greatly appreciate your candor and the company you have brought into the house and the delightful smells that accompany them. She looks at
Yeah,
Brennan.
we were able to bathe yesterday. That's another thing I dislike about traveling through the jungle. Yeah. Uh, luckily
I
we were able
believe I will have
to.
to burn that couch.
It's he's not that bad. He's kind of rocking that whole half human roguish charm thing he's got going on.
Let's see. But as to the issue at hand, the individual is a member of the house, is a man. Is this for an assignment or simple collection?
What for the he? I don't know. Like I said,
Well,
he.
you
I.
offered.
Oh, you're asking about. I'm sorry. Can you? I think I misunderstood the question.
You offered to recover one of our tulips for this
Hmm.
man who is a member of the House of Flowers somewhere along your travels. You
Hmm.
promised that you would at least acquire it, but did not guarantee that you would deliver it, although I believe that you do intend to at some point.
She's
Would
just,
that be accurate?
uh, I'm not gonna say no.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
She
she. I just. I.
smiles
I
as
just.
she makes sure that you're not answering. Thank you for pleading the fifth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Like I said, what would it like? I've done several jobs across the pilgrimage.
Of course.
I completed a bird of paradise mission. Um,
Yes.
slayed some demons.
Oh,
I'm
she's so delightful. How is she, by the way?
bird of paradise. I didn't actually meet her in person. It was just a mission she
Oh,
gave.
such a shame. She's
No.
so nice. She's old, of course, but she does do things the old way. You did a job for her. You should be honored.
Yes, I know. It was actually quite a shock when I got the mission over in Shu. But yeah, that's just an example of some of the things I've been doing. So if your Biedermeier needs any help or anything done, I'm willing to offer my services.
I appreciate that offering. And I'm sure that should we have occasion for such services from the Nightshade family, we would absolutely reach out to you first, since you're right here anyway. But I'm not sure what assistance you could possibly provide us.
I was hoping there'd be something.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
there was
there's
the issue with the spores, but the Silvergrass Hacienda borrowed the dagger before you and eliminated it. So we can now go out at night once again. That
Oh,
delightful.
really? That's the whole spore thing has ended?
Yes.
Oh, I guess we can stop worrying about having to go into civilization every night.
Yeah. It is absolutely delightful to go out and see the stars once again.
I imagine.
You know how long it's been
Ah,
since I've seen the full moon at the height of the sky?
uh, several months. I don't know how long that spore thing was happening.
Several
It's been
years,
happening since
actually.
it was going on for several years.
Yes,
And it just suddenly stopped.
indeed. I'm not exactly sure what happened. They did borrow the blade,
Strange.
and they came back and declared that they had solved the problem. We sent Ernest here out last night to determine if that was true or not, and seems to be none the worse. With your passive insight, they threw this guy outside and tried to see if he'd go crazy and die.
I just nod and just say, well, if that's been taken, there doesn't happen to be some convenient giant monster nearby that's been giving you trouble.
No,
It's unfortunate.
right not.
That's our specialty.
Giant monster slaying? Oh. No, the last giant monster that I knew about was a dragon that flew over near that old pyramid near here. But that was a while back.
That was several months ago, yeah.
Yes. No, I'm willing to part with one of the tulips as long as the person who is acquiring it is authorized. What did you say their name was?
See, the thing is, what if they're not authorized?
Then I would have to deny your request.
But then you would also know that they had flowers previously unauthorized.
Indeed.
And what would you do if that was the case?
The fact that you have stated that they had flowers and no longer do indicates that that contingency has been taken care of and is no longer an issue.
Would you still try to kill them or harm them in any way?
Kill. No. I would not need to harm them. Oh. After all, what's past is past. Would you like to roll an insight check?
Yeah, I'm I have pretty decent insight too, so let's see.
I think
Both
I
her
think Aimer
deception
needs-
and persuasion
Aimer-
are a +3.
is Aimer paying attention?
Oh, yeah, pay attention. I'm just,
So with an 8, she is fairly non-committal about this. It depends on who it is, as opposed to the specific act of having had the tulips in their possession at one point.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm trying to remember my actually, you know what? I'm gonna cheat. You know what? I'm gonna cheat. You know what? Can you give me a moment? I say, is there a water room somewhere around here?
Oh, of course. If you just go down the hall here, here, let me have Ernest take you to the washroom. Ernest, dear, please guide our friend Sweet August Rose towards the washroom.
Yeah.
He bows and heads this direction.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow him. I'm assuming it's like somewhere around here. Is it off screen or something?
Oh, it's actually right up here.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, but if I make a map of the House of Tulips and don't put a bathroom in it, what the hell? Here you go.
All right.
He steps to the side. There you go. Have fun.
Yeah. Once in there, I'm gonna pull out my Stone of Chronicles, my little monk
Sure.
Stone of Chronicles,
Uh-huh.
and I am going to, because I've been recording everything up to this point. Everything up to, I haven't updated it since we got to the temple, but so that includes the conversations I had with Bluebonnet Verm, and
Yep.
I'm gonna go through it because I believe he did mention something about how he got those flowers.
Okay.
He briefly mentioned it. I think it was just like a throwaway line. He said like
Mhm.
something about like he paid I forgot what exactly he said, but I'm trying to determine whether or not he got those flowers legally or not. Because if he did, then yeah.
The line that he stated was that they came from his homeland. As far as whether he got them or not, you can, because you're using the Stone of Chronicles, I'm going to let you roll an insight check against Mr. Bluebonnet Verm.
Please be. God damn it.
With a 10,
Yeah.
he cannot fail on his subterfuge about the statement.
God. I don't have an inspiration. Does anyone have an inspiration for me to roll?
You know what, Rose? I will give you my inspiration.
Please, thank you.
There you go.
I have one too.
I like using them for roleplay as opposed to combat. Usually.
Are you kidding me?
You want mine?
A snipping
Oh,
tool.
Do you want mine that I got specifically for talking about positive reinforcement? You could have it.
Okay, thank you to the both of you. I will definitely.
Don't out one again. Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's a normal roll, thank goodness.
There you go.
All right. With a 22, as I post this in the general chat of Discord, um,
That's 2 inspirations down the drain.
as you think about exactly the way he phrased it, you get the distinct impression that he was comfortable with the fact that they were prominently displayed outside of his shop in public, where anyone from the House of Flowers would have seen them. So any member of the House of Flowers seeing these would know that they're there, and whoever's inside either is badass enough to fight off the entire House of Flowers or is allowed to have them.
Yeah.
Or it could be the refuge and audacity. Be like, of course he got them legally because of course he's right there. Like
exactly.
I suppose.
Well, we should have thought of that. I mean, it's right in your face.
I put the stone away and I just thank Ernest for accompanying me. This person
He
who
looks
like,
at you. Are your hands wet?
Yes, of course. Of course, I wash my hands.
Okay.
But do you think I'm some kind of monster? Like, this person that we're walking by in the hallway, is that like what is that?
That is a woman. She's human. I can actually show you a picture of her if you'd like.
Is she like a servant or?
No, she seems to be one of the residents here. Let me go ahead and show you a picture of her because that might matter later. Picture of her. Come on. She does watch you as you go by.
Yeah, I say hello to her.
He smiles coyly.
Does she wave that wrist blade in my face?
She does, actually. She's very cognizant of the fact that she's well armed.
I just tell her I like her robes as I walk by her.
Thank you. And you are
Sweet August Rose
Cinnamon
of the
Barb.
Nightshade Monastery.
Of the House
Cinnamon
of
Barb.
Yep, Cinnamon Barb.
That's a really cute name.
Thank you. Are you dealing with Pale Bloom?
Yes, we're having tea with her.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
She's going to just lean against the wall, against the wall in the hall.
Cinnamon Bloom.
Cinnamon
I
Barb.
wonder if she likes. Oh, sorry, Cinnamon Barb. Yeah, Night Bloom, Pale Bloom. I'm getting all these flower names confused. Hold on, I gotta get my. Okay, Cinnamon Barb. Let me just make sure to put that in my notes. Cinnamon Barb. Guard? Question mark. There we go. Oh right. Back to the table. If I can find my token. Here we go.
Ernest comes back looking for you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All good.
So I just sit down. So I just say I apologize, but
no worries at
so,
all.
Right.
After all, with your pilgrimage, I'm sure relieving yourself in civilized privies is rare.
Yeah, that's one of the unspoken things about adventures. They don't write those in the books, you know.
No, of course not. Did you find the privy nice enough for yourself?
Oh yeah, I always do my best thinking in there. So I've given it some thought, and I've decided to tell you the name of the person I plan on giving these to.
Excellent. Do you mind if Ernest remains?
I mean, I imagine he's your servant. Anything you wish to tell him,
Oh,
You could.
I'm not a servant. A member of the house.
Sure.
You realize she's picking on this dude because he's just a dude.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily a servant or anything. He's just a sub.
Like, okay.
Step on me, mommy.
But yeah, I look over at her and I just say the name of the person I plan on giving these to is Bluebonnet Verm.
She drops her tea. Pardon me. She picks up the cup. You may absolutely have. How many would you like?
Enough to fill a planter. Like
Oh,
I make a with my hands. I show like I gesture with how big the planter in front of his store was.
It's a flower bed, so it's
Yeah.
2 foot by 20 feet.
Oh, it's like a big one. Oh shoot, I didn't realize it was that big. I thought it was like a window planter.
No, it's not like a window planter. It's the flower bed out front.
Oh yeah.
He could probably grow everything he wanted with 2 or 3, bulbs, right?
Yes.
Yes.
For those of you who want this information,
After a couple,
yeah,
after
once
a
you
couple
grow
of
them,
years, he would have
you can
everything he
split the bulb.
Yeah. He's actually good at gardening, unlike me. I just say yes, so that's the person I plan on getting them for. Unfortunately, some ne'er-do-wells, well-intentioned ne'er-do-wells, destroyed his flower bed, and
Ah.
I happened to be in the area, and I recognized what they were.
The blood
And
has
I
drained
offered-
from her face about someone ruining this flower bed. Like she's in shock almost.
Yeah, they didn't realize what they were doing.
Yeah, because plants totally need salt.
Did they live? I assume not.
I have no idea.
Ernest,
So
quickly
so
go
that
ahead
means
and grab
no.
several of the bulbs from the garden, please. Ernest looks scared, but follows instructions as he heads out the front door.
Admittedly, I'm a little perplexed. I understood he's lived a very adventurous life, and he's done many impressive things in his actually, admittedly, very short life.
I wouldn't say short for him. Mr.
He's
Verm
100
is quite famous.
Oh, I know. Well, I've been able to tell, but
Yes.
he's helped us several times, and I wanted to return the favor.
He's older than you are, Rose.
You are
No,
seeking the favor of Bluebonnet Verm. It would be a pleasure to provide you with what you need. Ernest will be right back.
No, I look over at Amer. I say, oh well, thank you, Pale Bloom. I appreciate it. But I look over at Amer and I said, no, he told us he's only 120 years old.
Roll an insight check.
I mean, I'm assuming he was telling the truth because he was talking like all the blood magic nonsense.
He
is what
lied.
Age, what? was he just trying to scare Amer straight?
No, he's much, much older.
Yeah. You might have, what he said in public, and you can probably recall that him and Amer went into a back room for some time.
Yeah, he said something along the lines of like, "Look at me!" Like this is like he was like, "This is what happens when you deal with Masaba." And he gestured at him. He's like, "How old do you think I am?" And he's like, "I'm only 120." That's what he said. And I was like, "Whoa, you're younger than me?" I remember because that's the exact.
Yeah.
What I see, he lied. He lied to me. He lied to my face like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he is an elf with wrinkles, so presumably he is kind of old. But
Yep. At least he appears to be an elf with wrinkles.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. He implied that like his crazy adventures, had a toll on his body. Is what he was implying.
Well, after a moment, Ernest comes back, and his hands are bloody. He is pale himself. He's carrying in front of him his own cloak. Inside of the cloak, you can see that the bulbs are there. He walks up, wraps the bulbs up, and dies.
Oh,
Oh.
I cast Revivify.
Cast
I wanna-
Revivify. He
I wanna
comes to
cast-
life. He
You
looks at you as he's
feeling better?
laying on the floor. Ah, what? But Pale Bloom looks at you. Oh, that was awfully kind. You understand
Yeah.
that we don't owe you anything for that, Barry.
No, I wasn't. Assuming he wasn't supposed to die doing that. So
Oh, no, of course he was.
what?
Well, touching the tulips is a death sentence.
Do you not have prepared like gloves for it or something?
No, the barbs will pierce metal.
Oh, wait. Then what are they? They're
Well,
just wrapped in that cloth, aren't they?
Well,
That's why you gotta
the
hold them
bulbs
by the
are.
roots.
The bulbs are fine. That's why Ernest went out there to cut the flower and dig up the bulbs and return them to you intact so you could transport them. If you tried to transport the flowers themselves, you would be dead, of course.
I see.
Did you not know what you were transporting?
Well, there was some more Rose's thing to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Come along for the
Oh.
ride.
they're
It's just
they're
more-
subcontractors. They're not officially in the
I think they're
Oh.
just more potent than we realize.
I understand. Yes, do be careful with those and ensure that only Bluebonnet Firm receives them. We wouldn't want them to get into the wrong hands.
Of course not. We'll make sure of it.
I swear to you, and on the name of my monastery, that I will do everything in my power to deliver these to Bluebonnet Firm.
I wish you the best, and I hope it hasn't been too long and I didn't keep you too long here. Do you think you'll be able to deliver them to him in time?
Oh
How long
yes,
do How long do bulbs last before they
Oh,
die?
the bulbs last for several hundred years, even if they're not planted, as long as they're kept in a cool, dry place. But Mr. Verm is notably prompt and expedient in his expectations.
oh like I said, he's not expecting anything. I said I would do this for him, and I intended
Yeah,
to.
we could. I mean,
If
we
you
could go there
stated
anytime we wanted to.
if you stated that you would do this for him, I'm certain that he expects you to do so. Do so with some, at least a little alacrity.
Well,
Rose, we
I-
could. I mean, we could be there. I mean, we could be there this afternoon.
oh yeah,
if
but
we
I'm
wanted
just I'm thinking back to that conversation. That was the first I had that conversation with him the first time we were in Nausea. So that was like 4 months ago ish, roughly. Because
Yes.
we got lost in the labyrinth.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
to.
it was about.
You told him it'd take a while.
I mean, it was. I made it pretty clear that I would only try. I wouldn't. But right. I just look at Pale Bloom and I just nod and just say, "Well, I appreciate this.
And
I
tell him that they are with our blessing and that we accept responsibility for anything that he needs.
will."
And if you would be so kind as to mention that we were forthcoming with the bulbs, I would appreciate that.
I will let him know that that you were more than happy to provide replacements to him.
Thank you. She breathes a sigh of relief, and you can see her entire figure relaxes just a little bit.
Hmm.
Now, are you in the employ of Mr. Bluebonnet Firm or simply doing this job for him? Ernest looks adoringly at Stell.
Say we're mutual acquaintances who scratch each other's backs.
Yes, I'm going to be blunt. I'm doing this to earn his favor.
This will be a massive step towards that. You say that you scratch each other's backs? In a physical relationship with him?
I meant metaphorically. Metaphorically, like I do a favor for him, he does a favor for me.
Oh, I understand. The metaphorical assisting of one's friends.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, there's
I
things I have to do in Reston, and I believe he'll be a powerful ally.
He's in Reston now. Interesting. Had not heard that he had traveled so far.
Well, if you would like to know any more information, you'll have to ask him.
Of course. So he Reston. Wonder. Not my business, and I will not pry. Not into Blue Bonnet Verm's business. No. That is a conversation which I will allow to die here on our rug, as opposed to being broached once again. Please mention nothing more about your patron. As far as your future pilgrimage, what is your next step? Where would you go?
Well, like I said, I've been traveling all over the world. Been helping my allies with all their various desires.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll see where it leads us. Might go back to Shu, may go back to Reston, may go back to Australia. We can go anywhere.
Interesting.
The whole world is open to us.
How exotic.
It is.
And I'm going to have her roll her insight on your whole party. Just to go through the party's gear, looking you guys up and down. So with the 22, she does an appraisal of your party. Aimer, because you're not in disguise at the moment.
No, Aimer is just like purely flamboyant. Like his clothes have been freshly washed, his scarf and cloak are billowing. You know, all of his blades are very obvious.
Okay.
One's in his cloak, one's at his hip, one's at his back. Like he's not like actively trying to be threatening,
Right.
but he's not hiding the fact that he is immensely threatening.
So he's a 9 on the anime-o-meter.
Yes.
Got it.
Oh, wait,
Echo?
I need a anime-o-meter. I need to write that one down.
The anime.
Yeah, so Echo's been, he's always been he's tried to be level-headed. He's always had a lot of confidence for a kobold, and, but you can see he's had a great weight lifted off his shoulders. He has a different type of confidence in himself, and yeah, he's kind of got a little bit of swagger to himself too. There's not a whole lot that he seems to be worried about right now.
Okay.
And yeah, his gold scales are probably shining brighter than they probably have in 12 years.
Awesome. Brennan, when she looks at you, how are you carrying yourself? Does she see a monster hunter or does she see a drunk or both?
Brennan?
You lose Brennan?
Brennan.
Might
I
be
think
muted.
we lost Brennan or something.
He is muted.
He did come in drunk. He did come in absolutely hungover, though.
Yeah. Okay, he's probably dealing with kiddos or something. And so we'll rotate around to Stell.
Yeah, no, they look her over. They see someone who, well, they just revived this man. They see someone who seems very kind, gentle, and delicate, but they can also tell just from the sort of energy that she radiates that if she wanted to just like, that if she was threatened, she could just laser someone really big.
Okay. Sweet August Rose.
I suppose after her recent revelations in the temple, she is a lot more relaxed than she used to be. She's a lot more accepting. I guess she just is, I suppose. She's a lot more comfortable in her own skin in a way that she wasn't before.
Okay.
So that's how she is. Because there's no need to appear threatening or anything like that. She just is. She is who she is.
That's kind of how Aimer is. He's just being himself. You know what I mean? There's like no pretense, no nothing. He's just
billowing.
the pure chaos that he is.
Sweet August Rose. I just am, to put it in from her point
Gotcha.
of view.
Cool. As Pale Bloom looks all of you up, you are an eclectic group that you have here, Miss Rose.
Oh yeah. My
Now-
master was right. Yeah.
What was his name?
My master is Harmony Blossoms Amongst the Lilies.
Harmony Blossom amongst them. I'm
Yes.
unfamiliar with that individual.
He's the Grand Master of the Nightshade Monastery.
I will have to revisit the Nightshade Monastery at some point then.
Please, if you do, look me up. It's
Will you be
just
there?
yeah. Well, hopefully I will.
Oh, Brennan got disconnected momentarily.
So Brennan, she analyzed the party to see what she
Back.
sees. As she looks at Brennan, does she see a monster hunter, a drunk, or both?
Both.
Both.
Right now,
Okay.
Brennan is just horrible. He's kind of sleeping until he understands someone's staring at him, and he wakes
Okay.
up and asks, "Do we have the flower?" But if she sees his gear, she sees an oath bow, she sees snake bite, she sees dragon teeth around his neck. So both.
She is notably impressed at the fact that a member of the House of Flowers has made friends with a very obviously powerful kobold, a Eladrin from the Feywild that is obviously very well equipped, an actual fairy who's not dead, the monster hunter,
What?
and themselves.
Yeah, and yeah.
And have made contact and lived through talking to Bluebonnet Verm.
People like he runs a store, like a bookstore. People talk to him every day.
Do you say that to her?
No, I'm not gonna say that to her, but I'm
Okay.
thinking it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't say that to her, you can internalize that. But there's something going on there. Because she is impressed at this whole situation.
Hopefully that comes to serve me well.
Where will you go from here?
Oh, well,
And
we
do you
could
need any
deliver these
supplies?
flowers. Should I try to bilk these people? um, no, I shouldn't do that.
So we
No.
have to go back to Reston if we're gonna deliver these anytime we matter. So if we're going back there, we can shop there too if it's an inconvenience to shop here.
Well, we don't
Well,
really
no,
have many stores, I'm afraid.
No. You've been more than kind, and I appreciate all the help you've given me. I cannot
course.
overstate how much allowing me to complete this task will aid me in my own goals.
Of course. Here. And she will offer you a small breath mint that she takes one herself before she offers one to you.
Yeah, for the tea. After tea.
Roll
All right, yeah, I'll
insight.
take it. Is it poison? Just kidding. That better be a 20. There we go.
Okay. Let me send
And
this
that's
to
my
you.
third. That's my third 20. I've had. Is that my third crit or my second crit? It's my second crit. Man, I am. Ah, right. Well, would I even need it?
You may not, but she doesn't know that.
Hmm.
But you know that. She will then go around and offer the mints to Stell, Brennan, Echo, and Aimer.
She'll take it.
Yeah,
Aimer looks around and goes, "Do I have bad breath?"
it's customary for
Yeah,
it's
Brennan's gonna take that.
after tea dessert.
Does
Aimer
Brennan?
eats the mint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
eat it.
Echo, you're being encouraged to take the mint by Sweet August Rose. We lose Echo or muted. Muted or his new earbuds died.
Oh yeah, he's
Or
fiddling with his
or he hates us.
settings.
All good. You'll figure it out.
I'm assuming Echo is gonna. I will play for him. I'll take control of his character. He
Yep.
eats the mints.
Okay,
Here,
he
there
eats
he
the
goes.
mint. Yep.
Oh no! I
Oh.
guess he's having earphone problems. Yeah. Can you type in what you, are you if you're going to eat the mint, Rex Echo? Unless
Rex
of course he
Echo?
can't hear us. Echo Rex.
I'm going to assume that he eats the mint at the encouragement of Sweet August Rose.
Okay.
Just left it. But he'll be back.
All right. Kind of curious.
Yes.
You know what? I'm going to be a little flashy. You know what? I'll just I'll pocket the mint for later.
Okay. She looks at you and raises an eyebrow. Are you certain?
Oh, I'll be fine.
Very well.
Yeah,
He
mastery
offers
of
you
the
a
self.
second mint.
No, I mean I'll take it.
Okay.
Like I'm assuming this isn't some sort of weird magic Ivrixian poison that somehow bypasses poison immunity. I'm assuming. I mean, who
I didn't
knows?
say it's
Maybe it is.
poison. I never
Oh,
said
what?
poison.
I mean, if she's giving me an antidote, that implies it's a poison.
It's something in the tea. But it's something. Anyway.
All right.
You can take it and consume it now, or you can hold on to the 2 pills. She's not going to offer you a third one.
Well, yeah, I'll wait until I'm out the door and then
Okay.
palm it.
Cool.
I'm trying to flex here.
You absolutely can. Roll your sleight of hand, please.
Well, I'll wait till I'm out the door. I put it in my
Okay.
pocket and then.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Please have a wonderful day. And again, remember, we were helpful.
You've been most kind.
Have a nice day. And she
Thank
will
you.
escort you guys to the door.
All right.
So do we have the flower?
We do have the flower. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
What you missed was when Ernest came back in with the bulbs. He walked up to Sweet August Rose with the bulbs in his cloak, handed the cloak and bulbs to Sweet August Rose, and died. Stell flew around and revivified him, bringing him back to life.
No, he knows that. He was just bored.
Okay, gotcha.
He just wants to make sure it's over.
Let's see. There we go. Guard. Sorry, I gotta update my notes.
Sure.
In the meantime, while we exit the little patch of grass here, I'll look over at Echo and just be like, "Well, Mr. Taxi Service, do you want to take us directly to Nausha?" I think he's still having audio issues.
Oh no. Yeah, we can't hear you still. Yep, 1 sec. Just 1 moment. Are there any preparations you guys would like to make before Echo Rex gets ready to teleport you guys to Nausha?
We're going to Nausha for what again?
To deliver these tulips. I mean, I imagine they're best fresh.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, if we have the ability to magically teleport to any place we've been to previously, might as well use it. I always feel bad for Echo because he has to give up his most powerful magic for the day to do so.
It'll get
For
better.
now.
Yeah, I don't recall. Why are we doing this to be nice, or is he giving us money? What?
Oh,
In a favor.
I'm doing it. This is purely for my own personal gain. He'd make a powerful ally.
Okay.
Yeah, That's solely why I do. Also, I promised I would before I understood the implications of what I was promising. By the way, which, in hindsight, wasn't too intelligent, but it all worked out. So,
You did.
All right.
so
Well,
pale bloom berry press. His name. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself as I type these
all
notes.
good. Unfortunately, it looks like Echo Rex is having some major problems. So I'm going to assume that he's going to teleport you guys to Nausha. You guys want to wait a moment just to make sure of that? Or are we going to go ahead and do that?
Let's make sure you type something here.
Okay.
Okay, how's that? You guys
There
hear
he
me?
is.
There, yeah,
Where
we
are
can.
you?
All right.
You know what? I got disconnected or just my, I don't know.
Yeah, I did too.
Yep. All right.
But I'm back.
So,
So I'm gonna.
go
Uh,
ahead.
I remember that Rose had something from the shop. I think that's how we got there the last time, right?
No, you just teleported us to this the square, the
Oh
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
market square. For the
yeah.
shop, that was to the place in Titania's city.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So, all right.
yeah.
Let's
We
see
we've
how
been to
close
Nausha several times before. So
we have.
Yeah.
Um, what part of the city are we most familiar with? You think, Eric?
the place where all the shops are.
That
I don't know.
street, you guys can aim for that street if you'd like.
Or the inn, or I mean, where we
Yeah.
stayed. I don't know. Yeah.
So you're
Uh,
very familiar. You've been there. You've gone around town.
All right. Then I'll go ahead and cast teleport.
Let's go say hello to.
I'm going to subtly cast it as well. Yeah, I don't suspect we're being watched, but in case we're being watched or whatever, and
Okay.
I don't
Awesome.
exactly want to give away exactly where we're going.
Sure.
If that's part of the spell.
It is. So,
You guys ready to say hello to? What was his name again? You can see Amherst like purposely trying to think of some name to make fun of him. Reginald Bubblebutt.
You know, are you talking about the leader of the Watch, the blue cloak guy?
Yeah.
You know, he's honestly not that bad. I don't know why you dislike him so much.
I don't know how you can even say that. I'm gonna go stand next to Echo.
I mean, sure he's pompous, but I mean, all you have to do is be polite, and he'll just send you on your way.
all right. So you cast a teleport subtly.
Yes.
All right. Need you to roll a D100, please.
Yep.
As the magic wraps around your bodies. Uh-oh.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
Let me look at the
indeed.
chart.
That's gonna
So
hurt.
this is a very similar location
No.
because you are very familiar.
No.
You rolled
This
an
is
8.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. I was looking at
Similar
the false
area.
destination.
Yeah. Wind up in a different area that is visually or thematically similar to the target area. You're heading for your home. Okay. Awesome. We can do that. Oh, man. Yeah. All right. Guess what? We get to do this. I didn't think we were going to do this for a long time.
I wonder what's similar.
Well, I just handed the DM a send them anywhere you want to send them card.
It has to be similar to Nausha.
Yeah.
Welcome to the port town of Bourbon.
Oh no.
Which one's that again?
That's where I come from.
Echo, this is not Nausha. This is in fact the opposite of Nausha.
Yeah, I got
Wait,
you.
wait, where did we teleport exactly in the city?
Right next to the shops.
Okay, so yeah, she's going to
Oh, I love being able to do this. I've been setting this up for a long time.
No, she Rose looks
Terrible thing
around
to
in,
hear.
in confusion for a moment.
Awful thing to hear.
Well, hey, it's not 100%. I mean, I can try
Oh.
again tomorrow, but that's just the way magic is sometimes.
So yeah, it's been a century since she's been here. Like, she used to run up and down these streets all the time. Is
Not
it still
anymore.
the same?
No, this
Yeah.
is a hive of scum and villainy. There are military people going up and down the streets. I need you to roll a stealth check to not be noticed. This isn't to hide. This is to obscure your appearance from anyone who might actually recognize you immediately.
Well, so the thing she's gonna do is, as soon as she there's about 4 or 5 seconds where she's stunned, and it takes her a moment to recognize where she is. But as soon as that happens, she's gonna pull down the silver-trimmed mask of Fail, and put it on her face. I don't know if this is a magical effect, but according to the item, it says, while wearing this, it is impossible for someone to determine your facial features except for your eyes.
Bullseye. That's exactly what you need. Good job.
So she's gonna go put the mask over her face.
Eric, show us on the map where we are, because I think
Sure.
It's about I don't know how many miles. It's southwest of Nausea.
It's about 3 weeks travel. So you guys are here in Bourbon now.
There's a magic item here.
What?
There's a magic item here that used to be in Amarazi's hoard.
Yes, there is.
Oh shit. Okay. maybe I subconsciously sent us here.
Yeah. Well, she's gonna
Anyway.
as soon as she puts the mask down, and she's just gonna look around and just she's gonna grab. We just teleported into the middle of this town square.
Yep.
I'm assuming that people are like noticing, because that's not exactly an everyday thing.
They notice, but they don't do anything about it. They kind of walk around you and give you a wide berth. They do whisper and watch, side eye this group of very well equipped adventurers.
Yeah, it's powerful magic, and people with powerful magic can do what the hell they want to do.
We should probably move up the main street.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So Rose is grabbing Echo by the arm and like rushing over to an alleyway and just, Echo, what the fuck? What the fuck just happened? I thought you were taking us to Nausea.
I tried to take us to Nausea. I don't know. Like sometimes, magic's like this. Sometimes I can take us to Nausea tomorrow, but while we're here,
Do we have mana potions?
I think we've used them all.
The thing is,
we're right at the shop.
I can manipulate a lot of magic. But up to that degree of magic, I can't manipulate. That has to wait a day. I can't rearrange my spells. I can't, like I normally do. I can't do that with this. This spell is so particular and such a high level of difficulty that I just have to wait. And it's it's a recharge of energy type thing. So, tomorrow we can try again. But actually, there is something here I'm interested in. I don't know if there's anything here you guys are interested in.
Not much. There's not much I'm interested here in. No big deal. She says,
you're from here. I mean, why would you not be interested?
She was being very sarcastic when she said that. I'm going to while she's he's explaining all this, she's gonna unattune Nyrene's knife.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to put on the hat of disguise, or the headband of disguise that she has, because she's paranoid.
You guys know I have a ring of invisibility too. If anybody wants to attune to it.
Yeah. How long does it take to attune to something?
30
Eric?
minutes. 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna start that process while they're having this conversation.
Okay.
Because right now she's just a, conspicuously masked wood elf in the middle of this town. um, but yeah, she just says, "Echo, this is Bourbon. Like you teleported us into the middle of the center of literally every person who wants to be dead."
Well, I mean, I thought you were from here. Why does everybody here want you dead?
I'm not
I
going
don't
to
know
talk
that.
about this. It's out
Okay, I
loud.
just don't know that you. I don't know that you actually explained this to me.
Well, she's explained it a few times.
It's
Oh yeah.
yeah, Cervantes. This is where he's from.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
where I'm from.
He's not going to be happy with any of us. Do we want
No,
to go ahead and
no.
deal with it? Do we want to go ahead and deal with him, or do we just want to?
Do you think we can take on the entire city?
We don't need a
What
look.
happened to the
Okay,
first city you guys wiped out?
we're not
There's
going to do.
precedent for
We're not going to do another ecologic disaster. Like I actually care about this city. It used to be. Well, she's going to walk over to the mouth of the alleyway and look out. And I mean, this is like looking like Corlin almost. Like it. Like like this is some some dank stuff. Like it used to be such a pretty city. What happened to it?
Listen, I'm not marrying Cervantes as well, okay?
Don't worry about it. Right. Well, okay. All right. Well, we're here and we can't leave for the next day. So we might as well try to learn what we can while we're here. Admittedly, my information is a century out of date. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm going to finish attuning the Hat of Disguise.
Sure.
And once that is finished attuning, she's going to use it to give herself a disguise of I don't know, a blonde high elf. Like I'll try to look like Amer's sister again.
Okay.
Amarilla? Amer does actually have a sister.
Yeah, I'll be Amarella. And underneath the illusion, I'll keep the mask on just in case there's someone who can see through it.
Sure.
Because, like I said, my best weapon is the element of surprise, and I don't want them to know I'm here. But all right, so okay, well, I need to get the lay of the land. I need to figure out what's been going on. I need to essentially case this entire city. I suppose you guys, if
you guys are down here in these buildings. Oh, let me ping for you here. Oh, great. You guys are down here in these buildings. At the very bottom of the map.
So I don't know. I guess Echo has some. Let me look at his sheet. I think I have some traveling clothes, some adventuring clothes, things that aren't. Because I think the last time Echo dressed, he actually dressed rather nice, and he stayed in rather nice
Amer,
attire. I think I'm gonna dress down.
Yeah, Amer, can you turn on the Amer walkie-talkie?
Sure. Amer touches everyone and activates Amer walkie-talkie, and Amer walkie-talkie will last for 9 hours.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's good.
So okay, so now we can talk without risk of anyone overhearing us.
No. There's ways people can still hear us, but it's a lot less likely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
A much more safer form of communication. Okay. Right. So you have to keep in mind he's been spying on me, so he knows what all of you look like.
Barry knew what I looked like.
So if we're going to be doing anything, we have to do it fast, and hopefully we have to lay low. And hopefully, by the time he hears about us teleporting into the middle of his city, we'll be long gone.
Echo.
There are.
Yeah.
You see a sensor pop up next to Aimer.
Yeah, I'll dispel it.
Okay. Scrying, I believe, is a 5th level spell.
It is indeed a fifth level spell.
I need you to roll your charisma check up at the top. That'd be DC 15. The sensor goes away.
Easy.
Well, he knows. Well, actually, Amber doesn't know. He's casting a spell. Like, what are you doing, Echo?
Yeah, somebody's trying to scry on us. I think that's a pretty common. We've got to figure a way around that.
And like
Pretty
I said,
quick.
there's 3 or 4 powerful entities that could be casting that magic on us. We have a lot of powerful enemies. Oh dear. Okay.
Is there anything
Right.
you want to do while you're here? There's something I want to do, but is there anything you want to do while you're here?
I mean, I want to see the city. This is my home.
Do we want to go ahead and deal with this and get it over with? I mean, I don't like looking over my shoulder constantly. I mean, we have to do that, for a lot of reasons, but this would be one less reason.
To be honest, I'm not even sure if I'm strong enough to do what you're suggesting.
What do we need to do?
Well, first we need information. We need to find out. I need to understand what's been going on in the city for the last 100 years. I need to know what exactly Cervantes is, because even though he looks like a human, I mean, I saw him once when I was a child. He was talking to my father, but it's been over 100 years. He's been around much longer than that. He's at least 300 years old. So I need to figure out what exactly he is. The spirit I talked to earlier said he was an abomination. Imkale called him an abomination as well. So maybe he's some sort of undead. I don't know. Like, I need to figure out exactly what he is, how strong he is. I need to figure out how many people he has working for him, how many of the Red Talons are here in the city. I need to. I just need all the information I can get before we can make any sort of plan regarding, quote unquote, dealing with Cervantes.
Okay, let's see.
Lumbering past the alleyway right now, a large fiend with leathery wings stalks next to 2 sailors walking down the street in peace.
So
She just watches that. Like, demons. What has he done to my city?
That's fun.
What's your definition of fun?
Yeah, Sheila.
Fun.
Well, now that I'm in disguise, I'm more okay with walking around. Because like, what are the likelihood of? Oh, Amer, you can disguise yourself, right? Or disguise other. You can use that disguise kit. Echo, please forgive my paranoia, but do you mind if we change your color a little bit? Gold cobalts tend to stand out. Like, what if we turned you red?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I would rather just wear a hooded cloak or something and cover up.
Why not both?
Yeah. So we're looking up here at the tower. I guess Cervantes is up here. Has he got like a throne room or something of that nature?
Well, yeah, there's a throne room in the castle, but I mean, I don't know.
Where is it? Have you ever been up there?
Yeah, that's where I used to live.
So draw me a map real quick. Show me where the throne room is, or maybe wherever Cervantes is most likely to be.
Eric, what's the name of the castle? Like, does it have a name?
This castle, it may have been originally your home, but it has been renovated and completely revamped. It has been rebuilt and fortified. It doesn't look anything like what you remember. You know where your home was? That's not your home anymore.
Yeah, it used to be up here. Yeah, he made it. Yeah, I look at him and I can tell just from looking at the walls that he's completely renovated. Like this was over a century ago. He's changed everything. It's a lot spikier than it used to be.
Okay.
As opposed to the bright shining sun and the bright lights that used to be here with trees and everything. Now there are smoking fires. The trees are replaced with stone, fortifications, guards everywhere. This town has gone from being a nice blossoming city to being a fort.
Okay, Rose, let's find somebody. I mean, this is your place. Let's find somebody that has information we need, or maybe we can find out what's going on here.
Well, I mean, if you
Where
guys
do-
want to spend your
where do we
gold,
start?
if you want to go shopping, like I said, this place has changed so much. I mean, I imagine the shopkeepers are probably the best places to start. I don't know anyone in particular. Like I said, I was only a child when I used to play here. It's not exactly the same. There used to be this store I used to eat at. They would make the best menudo every Sunday. Actually, I don't know if there's Sundays in this game. I don't know what the days of the week are called.
Yeah, I haven't changed that yet.
Okay, so yeah, just every Sunday he'd make menudo, but I mean, everything's different. Echo, like I don't know anything about this place, so I suppose we could start with the shop. The I'm sure that there's magic shops or something like in Nausha.
Right.
They'd probably know basic information. And we're adventurers looking to restock. We all need potions after that last battle, so we'll just go with that. We're adventurers looking to
Okay.
restock, and we're trying to learn more about this city that we
Okay.
happen to be in. So yeah, she'll start walking down the streets, just being a little feeling out of place, because even though like the streets are still the same in some ways, just everything is so different.
Sure. I'm going to check
Yeah.
in with the other player characters here. How
Yeah.
is Stell feeling about this?
More so just like lost than anything else. She's gonna go with it, obviously, because I mean it's not gonna have a choice. She's more so just worried for Rose, but they know that they'll honestly be fine.
Okay. How's Brennan feeling about this? How's your character feeling?
Brennan's feeling better after going through that transport. It actually helped his stomach out a little bit, so he's feeling a little spry and hydrated. He doesn't really fully understand what's happening, but he's ready to go fight stuff because we talked about flowers forever, and now let's go do something.
Okay. Amer, how are you feeling about this situation?
Amber kind of throws together some makeshift disguise. He kind of started. You notice he's kind of walking a little bit with a limp. He kind of has put some makeup on his face to make him look a little older. It's a little less himself,
All right.
and a little more worn traveler.
All right. Echo, how are you feeling?
So, Echo has Echo's going to dress down a little bit to conceal his identity. He doesn't like doing this very much, but he understands, for the safety of the party, it's probably the best thing to do. But he has a different attitude about being a dragon now. I mean, being Echo. They're like Jinn. They have a sense of self-importance and regalness about themselves, and that shouldn't be hidden. They don't have to hide from people, and he's kind of reluctant about it, but he knows it's probably best. He's really interested in getting information about the castle, I guess, or whatever, the mansion, because he thinks that he can see into it. If he knows where Cervantes is, he thinks he can spy on him. And then he mentioned there's an artifact here that he's looking for.
Is it your braces of whistling birds, Echo?
It is. Yeah, I didn't think I would ever see him again, but last I heard, they were here. So,
What?
yeah.
Wait, what is this? Is this something related to Amarazi?
So, not exactly, but they were a powerful magic item that was in Amarazi's hoard, and it was one of the first things I remember as a little kobold. It's one of the first visions I had in my head, and one of the first memories I had of Amarazi. And yeah, they're unassumingly powerful. So yeah, they're so I'm. Let's see, what was my note said? My note said that they were a bounty hunter. See, I think they were lost to a bounty hunter. Is that right? Something like that?
Yep, a bounty hunter had them last.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a pair of braces too.
But I don't know anything about the bounty hunter. However, if they have these, believe me, anybody that knows anything about the bounty hunter is going to know who it is just by describing the bracers, I think.
Can I get the entire party to go ahead and roll insight checks at the information that has just been revealed? Awesome. Sweet.
I'm rolling ones and 20s. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not doing very good either.
All right. So, Brandon, would you like to roll an insight check?
Should be coming across.
Awesome. Okay. Just a moment. Check this out for the 3 of you.
12 plus 5.
Oh,
Here you go.
on my neck. Ow.
There's for Stell, there's for Aimer, and for Brennan. There you go.
You know,
That makes sense?
thinking about this, Echo, I probably know who your bounty hunter is. Well, in a figurative sense, not so much a literal sense.
Really?
I mean, anyone who's a bounty hunter and has power here is a red talon.
I was about to say, yeah.
I've had my run-ins with them. It's not. Now.
I feel like I've heard
feel
that
different than
name
before.
before.
The Red Talons?
Yeah,
Well,
they would have
they're-
a connection to the Cervantes.
Yes, they're his lackeys, for lack of a
Yeah.
better word.
I see.
Oh, and
There's-
there's like 8 or 9 of them, and they're
There's-
all changelings.
There's 7. There's 7, and they're all changelings.
That's not a problem.
Yeah,
Not
I was
anymore.
I was about to say, if you see any doppelgangers, let us know.
Yeah.
Dr.
Okay.
Sprose, which chat would like to grant you inspiration?
Oh, thank you. I'm sure
So-
I'm going to squander it on something meaningless.
So what's
So
for?
can you hire the Red Talons, or
I don't know. I mean, all I know is that they work directly for Don Ricardo. So
If I finally want to have your bracers, that means he's probably going to have other good treasures.
oh yeah, that's
I mean, I don't know that much about them. All I know is that all of them are, to be blunt, badasses.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they put my ex-organization to shame a little bit. When I was last time I was here, I was doing a job for Keltris, and apparently the Red Talons had the same idea, and we were quite matter-of-factly shooed away.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Hmm.
I was doing this all wrong. Okay. I don't need to spy. Echo's going to start casting clairvoyance.
I wondered when it was going to hit.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
kept thinking I was going to do it on somebody, but I'm going to do clairvoyance on the bracers because I'm familiar with the bracers.
All right. Cast it on the bracers. Awesome. All right. Clairvoyance on the bracers. I'm going to make sure I get this right. So, what location that is familiar to you, or in an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, would you like to cast this on?
But you could cast it on an object
New.
range of range.
1 mile.
Familiar.
Yes, locate
Yeah,
object.
okay. No, I thought it was on an object. Yeah, I don't have locate object.
No, it is a It is
Location,
clairvoyance
not
is
a-
look at a location. Correct.
Yeah, okay, so that's not going to work.
I thought you were going to do it
Yeah.
on something else. All good.
Yeah, I wanted to use it on the castle or the mansion up here, but I need to have a location. I have to have a room or, something. But I don't. Yeah,
Well,
I'm not familiar enough.
here.
I'm not familiar enough with the surroundings to know what to cast it on.
Why don't we go find a spell shop, and we'll buy some scrolls of locate object, and I'll cast it for you.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
let's do that.
Yeah,
Or
like
Spell might have the spell as well.
Okay.
You have locate objects though.
divination, locate object, the scrying. I don't know, all these different words for find things via magic
Yeah, magic stuff.
stuff.
Yep.
Uh,
Nerds.
It's boring.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
so you
no-
come around the bend out of the alleyway. Actually, do you come out of the alleyway? Yes.
yeah, I mean, yeah. At this point, we're trying to blend in a little bit. We're just
You
some
guys
adventurers
need to all
looking to
roll
restock.
intimidate check, please.
Ooh, I don't get to roll this one very often.
Which check is it?
Intimidation
Okay.
for everyone, and I'm going to take the average of these.
See, I'm going to re-roll mine. Good grief, I'm spending sorcery points.
Thank you, Sweet August Rose, for your contribution to the intimidate check.
Look, like I told you, I'm rolling 20s and I'm rolling 1s today.
Yeah,
Nothing in between.
Stell, can I get
I'm
your intimidate check, please?
I'm not very.
Thank you,
Okay.
Stell.
Alright, no problem, boss. No problem, boss.
What's going on
Gotcha.
with Brennan with Brennan and Stell? Good grief.
Yeah. Brennan's just
Oh,
he's
man.
feeling better, so he's happy. He's not very intimidating.
Yeah, Stella has like a little scar, on her cheek. She's got like a Popeye tattoo or something.
Or she doesn't. One of the creepy. Have you guys seen Men in Black? The girl with the physics manuals? Yeah, Stell could just be the cute fairy in Bourbon.
Yeah.
Which one is it, Stell?
Yes.
Are you looking as badass, or are you looking like the scary normal girl?
Definitely scary normal girl. What the fuck is the fairy doing in Bourbon completely unharmed? What is
Yeah.
she up to?
Oh man. Oh.
Well, how did
Okay.
she get here unscathed?
And why is she walking with that badass monster hunter and their 3 ho-hum friends?
Right.
Yeah, I like the between the glamour on her clothes,
Yeah.
the disguise and the mask. Yeah, she's just wearing like normal skirts. She just looks like a peasant elf lady. Like, yeah, she's trying to look as nondescript as possible.
Cool. As you make your way down the street towards the various shops, the first 3 shops that you run across are the Dark Chupacabra, the Fantastic Chimera, and the Grumpy Hellhound.
I'm assuming no one called their shop the Dark Chupacabra while I was here.
No.
Dark Chupacabra, really? she's just kind of muttering to herself, like next they're gonna call it El Cucuy or something. Um,
Okay, first off, Dark Chupacabra, we need to go to that shop.
might as well go to that one. Who knows what they sell?
Hopefully Chupacabras.
Why would you want goat suckers?
Why wouldn't you want a goat sucker?
Because I don't need to suck any goats.
I mean,
It's a conversation.
right now, what do you know? Maybe Don Cervantes is actually a goat. A demonic goat.
I'm not going there. No, sorry. As you guys walk into the Dark Chupacabra, the door opens silently on well-oiled hinges. In this place, you look around, and there's taxidermied animals everywhere. It's well lit, but it's well lit in violet. The entire shop is suffused with a violet light. It smells nice, like vanilla. And walking up towards you is a man in a very nice but long black suit. The tails behind it go all the way down to his knees. His long white fingers are steepled as he approaches, and his hair is slicked back and oiled. He comes up to you and bows slightly. Welcome to the Chupacabra. I'm Sergio. How can I help?
Well, Sergio, we're some pretty big time adventurers, and we just made a lot of gold, and well, we need to restock.
Ah, the restocking of the adventurers, mercenaries from the far seas, from the Feywild. Ah, very well. Come with me. We have a private room where we can discuss exactly what your needs would be. Come with me.
Is there anything in this foyer that shows like what kind of stuff this guy sells?
Most of the things here are magic items. He's got weapons mostly, but there are several cases that have various flasks and potions in them. It's not a huge shop, so he doesn't have a very wide selection, but what he does have appears to be very expensive.
Okay, Dark Chupacabra. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, she'll follow him.
Okay. Everyone else going with?
Echo is.
Yeah,
Okay.
Brennan's checking out these taxidermies.
As you look at the taxidermies, you're like, I know how to kill that one, and that
Yes.
one, done it. That one was
Exactly.
fun. Yeah. It's basically a menagerie of things you've already killed, and a couple that you haven't seen before, but would probably like to check off your list.
Yeah.
As he walks you to the back, this is beginning to feel like an evil Bass Pro Shop.
That's really good.
An evil Bass Pro Shop run by a guy who looks like Gomez from the Addams Family.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
They got t-shirts?
That sounds awesome.
What are you saying, Brennan?
Sorry. Go ahead.
They have t-shirts?
They do not have t-shirts, no. However, they do
hell.
have wide-brimmed hats with long
hell yeah.
plumes. You're gonna get
Hey,
a
with the
wide-brimmed
fire.
hat with the long plume still?
No, they don't fit me.
Hey, Merwell.
Oh, hell
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Go ahead and spend your 2 gold pieces to get yourself a wide-brimmed hat with a very fancy plume.
Oh, those are still in style.
No. You've seen no one wearing any of these, but he does sell them. As he walks you back, he walks you into a room that has couches all the way around the entire, brain fart, all the way around the edges of the room. And in the center, there's a table with small cushions around it, obviously intended for people to relax on the couches to discuss things and then do the trades at the table.
Yeah, she'll go and sit at the couch.
He gestures for everyone to enter, bowing his head, but watching each of you walk in that creepy, vampiric sort of way, as if he's trying to measure up as if you might be food or clients. Trying to decide.
Well, if my intimidation roll is still going, it's probably food, but whatever.
He walks
Is
in and kneels on the door side of the table and places his hands, palms down, on the table. What exactly are you looking for?
so I think first, we're looking for some scrolls of locate object.
Interesting. Hunting, are you? Excellent. Very well. I do have to ask, are you titled? No. Understood.
Echo looks over at Rose like,
No, that no. Yeah, she very it's always under her shirt. But so he can't see the signet ring that she wears on the necklace around her around her neck. So yeah, over the aimer walkie-talkie, she's gonna be like, hell no, I'm.
It's gay.
okay.
Very well.
Echo
So
say no.
standard pricing. Understood. So locate object. And how many were you looking to acquire?
We don't need scrolls for that.
Maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Oh,
Stell
No, can
says you
Stell
don't need
cast it?
scrolls.
Yes, I can cast that.
okay.
I can cast that just
Okay.
fine.
How about scrolls of non-detection then?
I have those, of course. After all, when a hunter is hunting along the continents, these are absolutely necessary, of course. How
You
many
wouldn't believe it.
would you need?
Wow, we're gonna need
Each
we need
of
at
them
least
will
5.
be
It would be
that will
like
be
to have
200 gold
10.
each. If you desire 10, we can absolutely fulfill that order. Give my assistant just a moment, but he will bring them in. And 10 would be 2,000 gold pieces. Is that acceptable?
What about give me a second. About what is the item that does non-detection?
It's
Amulet of proof.
non,
Yeah, amulet of
proof
proof
against
against.
detection.
Yeah,
and it is very expensive.
amulet of proof
Quite
against
expensive.
detection is 20,000 gold.
Eric,
Yes.
we talked about disenchanting items and taking those properties and using them for enchanting other items, didn't we?
Yep. Would you
So,
want to
theoretically-
disenchant this thing?
I would like to disenchant it. I'm just thinking as a kobold who's an expert in enchanting.
Oh, damn.
What's the possibility of disenchanting this, and then we go through the threads in Rose and enchant those? The main
I
thing
would
I'm
be
worried
open
about
to
is
that.
destroying the amulet.
Yeah, I'd be open to that.
What are the DCs I'm looking at?
For non-detection, for amulet of non-detection going permanent. You know what? I will set that at a 35.
Ooh,
If
I
that's
can do
the
that.
if that's the only enchant you're doing, yeah, we can do that at 35.
Well, so that would just make me completely. Which don't get
Correct.
me wrong, I am more than happy to do that if you want to do that to me. But if you want to do like an area of effect, it's probably gonna make it harder.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, area
I mean,
effect
any
is
of us
going to
could
be massively harder, right? Like near impossible.
yeah. The player in me says there's something broken here, so it's aggravating me that okay, oh, I can't spy on Rose, so I'll just spy on Echo. Oh, I can't spy on Echo, so I'll spy on Aimer. And I don't know, there's something about that's creeping me out. Seems like there should be an answer to puzzle and
There is 200 gold a day per person.
yes, there is.
Or learn the spell.
Or now,
Not that you have a ranger in the party who can cast it.
he can cast it. He can't cast it every day, though, can he?
If you got the spell at 3rd level, yeah, he could.
Yeah, but he has to cast it like 5 times a day. I mean, which uses up his spell slots. You can't upcast it to include multiple targets.
But if this is what you're concerned with, there you go.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. Okay, I don't have access to non-detection, so if I want to enchant that onto an item, I have to have the amulet, or how do you do
You would
that?
need to have the amulet. You'd have to disenchant the amulet and meld it with the other item, which would be the metal veins in Sunagus Rose.
Right. And if I wanted to do multiple items, I'd have to have multiple amulets. Is that right?
Correct, yes, because you're transferring the magic from one thing to another.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's just too expensive to do 5 times.
I ran into that problem, all those months ago when Cecilia outed me. So these amulets are really expensive. I saw one going for like 15,000 once. I think he's marked his up a little bit, but they're all pretty expensive.
I mean, really, the answer
what he's using is the exact prices in same magic items, which you had was a discount.
We're going to have to. I mean, I think we're going to have to spend like 200 gold a day if we don't want to be spied on. That's just the answer for each of us.
Hopefully, maybe you can come up with that enchantment without disenchanting. Maybe we'll run into like a displacer beast or something, and you could suck its essence out and stick it in me or whatever.
Right. Okay, so here's the deal. Let's let Brennan cast this. We'll buy the scrolls, and if you're interested in it, then you buy your scrolls. I think Echo's going to buy, 10 scrolls.
Okay.
I'll just have to spend 2,000 gold to do it.
That'll be 2,000 golden pieces.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh,
So,
rest in currency. You have traveled.
Actually, now that I think about it, where do we get most of our gold? Because
Right.
a good chunk of our gold is Reston, a good chunk of it is Shuian, and then a good chunk of it is from that hag we robbed. That poor old lady.
Basically, all the gold I have on me right now is from that hag.
Yeah, same here.
All the other gold I had, I spent on the Rod of Absorption.
So she's going. The guy's going to look at the gold that you present, and he doesn't recognize the currency, but it weighs the right amount. He'll accept it.
Okay.
So Sergio, we're new to town, and last time I was here was centuries ago. This city has changed a lot.
Indeed. I've heard that. I'm fairly new here myself. Only been here for about 23 years and 9 days.
That's not
Nice.
new.
It's only 20 years or so. It's not too long.
Yeah, but a lot has happened in this time here, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. The city is much more built and exquisite, don't you think?
Exquisite is a word that could be described to it. That's for certain. So I was just wondering if.
Yes.
Oh yes. So, well, we had a very difficult battle, and we need all sorts of provisions. What type of items do you specialize in?
Specialize in myself or the shop? You understand, I'm simply one of the employees.
Oh, you're an employee. I see.
Of course. Don't think I run the whole shop by myself.
Like I said, I'm new here.
We run this with 4 people. But enough about them. We carry potions, hunting equipment, general goods necessary for the jobs that our clientele specialize in. Specifically, the elimination of creatures that are not desired in a certain space. They monstrous or not? And he gestures to the taxidermies that you guys didn't look at when you walked in. But on one side, there's a Cataplebus, a dragon, and a displacer beast head. And on the far side, there's an orc, a dwarf, and a gnome. Just the
Short
heads.
people. He goes after short people. I see.
That one kind of looks like Nick Mac.
Here's his name.
I was thinking if you would do anything about that.
I see. And what were the name of the other stores down the road, Eric?
The Fantastic Chimera and the Grumpy Hellhound.
The Chimera and the Grumpy. Also, you'll ask about those two, and I saw a couple more. The Fantastic Chimera and the Grumpy Hellhound. What do they specialize in?
Well, the Fantastic Chimera is mostly clothes and busybody gossip, of course. You understand what those people are like.
Mm-hmm.
But the Grumpy Hellhound is food. They deal with the consumable things that you need to sustain yourself for the various types of clientele within the city. They sell everything from fell meats to pastry. But the Fantastic Chimera sells clothing and gossip, along with whatever happens behind the curtain. If you go there, be cautious of Juan Francisco Bolea, because he is interested in whatever you can provide.
Francisco Malaya?
Juan Francisco Bolea. But he's
Bolea.
there.
Okay. And I don't recognize any of these names.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
This guy isn't. This guy's not 100 years old. This guy's probably mid-40s.
All right. She just nods and just says, "Well, thank you, Sergio. I appreciate that. This is a very exotic city, and I love learning about new places."
Of course, but you said that you have been here before. Yeah?
Oh yeah, centuries ago. It was a very different city. A lot greener.
Really? Droll.
Yeah.
Now, as a question, is there anything else that I can provide you or your associates to help with your next hunt?
Well, if you have potions, I would very much like a potion of invincibility.
Of course. We can certainly provide that. And he waves a hand, and a hooded figure comes in carrying a potion that has rhinestones on it. It looks very ostentatious, and he puts it down on the table.
I mean, does it look like the?
What?
Does it look like the one I drank prior during my fight with the worm?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he not? Is he going to charge me extra for the flask that
No.
comes in?
No, he charges 180 gold for this potion.
For a potion of invincibility?
Yes.
180 gold?
Uh-huh.
Really? Okay. I could have sworn it was more expensive than that, but I'll take it. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Also, do you have any supreme healing potions?
What kind of proprietor for a hunting shop would not have healing? Of course. How many
What are we
do you
doing on
need?
those anyway?
Yeah. Do you want to just buy them all together and pool money, or everyone separately buy them?
No, I'm gonna buy enough to fill my belt because
Okay.
that fight drained me, man.
How much are mana pots?
Mana potions are very expensive. Of course, the greater mana potions will cost 1,000 gold each.
Inventory, gold.
Potions of supreme healing are 1,350 gold.
Okay, that seems more like along the lines of
I will take
Okay.
2 of the greater manas.
I will put
Very
down
well.
2,000 of my gold.
He looks at it as the fairy unloads 2,000 gold pieces onto the table and raises an eyebrow, looks at you, and you are still the cutesy fairy in Bourbon, and he doesn't question it.
yeah.
How much for the superior healing, you said?
I would
Superior,
also like
superior,
to
not
note
supreme.
that Raquel is completely
Superior.
unaware of the weird looks she's getting.
Superior healing is 450 gold each.
Oh, she'll probably also take one of the 450, was it?
Yes, 450 for superior.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
she'll
gonna
take
get,
one of those too.
Yeah, I'm going to get 4 of those if that's all right.
Okay. That's 1,800
Yeah.
gold.
So and you said 1350 for the supreme.
Indeed.
Okay, 1350 remove, and then I'm sorry, it was 180 for the potion of invincibility.
Yes. There's the one, though.
180. Shit, I'll take it. I mean, I think I paid like over like 1,000 for the other one I used. So
Yeah.
which is a
Yeah,
shame
I'm
because
gonna-
after I drank it, I didn't get hit once, so kind of
Yeah.
wasted. But c'est la vie.
That happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
echo Echo's transaction as well for superior.
Okay, superior. Awesome. Those are 450 gold. How many you taken?
4.
4. Okay, that's 1,800 gold.
Brian will hand it over.
Awesome. He looks at you and respectfully bows to the monster hunter and accepts your gold and provides you with the potions as another hooded figure comes in and places the potions on the table.
Oh, and I'm also going to need two key potions.
Key potions. Interesting.
I think you might call them energy drinks. I believe they're called Monster in this area.
Indeed, you seek the monstrous potions. Excellent. Those are 1,000 gold each.
Okay. 1,000 gold each. Yeah, I'll take them because I used both of the ones I had. So that's 2,000 down, and there goes almost all my hag gold just in potions. So let me just mark that off. 2,000 decreased, and I will buy those 2 energy or key potions.
Okay.
They come in giant cans with a giant M on them. A non-trademark.
I'm not getting sued.
Energy or.
However, if Monster would like to sponsor the channel, I'm totally open to that.
Gamer fuel, bros.
I actually have the woman I stream with on Tuesday mornings, Vamp Orchid, is actually an affiliate for Glitch energy drinks.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. I would drink them, but I am too old, and also we play at like 7 o'clock at night, so I wouldn't be able to go to work tomorrow.
You don't want to be on that with what you do.
Yeah.
Echo wants to sell a couple of items to see it, so I want to see if he's open to that.
He is absolutely open to purchasing items. Yes. What are we?
So I
looking
have
to
a
sell?
ring of invisibility that nobody seems to be interested in.
We got so much attunement slots, man. You know?
Yeah, it's that's the thing. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
if you're
nice.
well,
It's
like
kind of worth it.
well, over the Aimer walkie-talkie, she'll tell him like, well, if you're interested in disenchanting stuff. That seems like a useful enchantment just to hold on to for your experiments. Unless, of course, you need the gold, in which case, it's your ring. You can do what you want with it, but...
Yeah.
I will tell
Yeah,
you,
I
if you
think,
enchant something with it, it's going to require attunement.
yeah, it'd be the same as the ring, I would imagine, but
Yep.
that's still kind of cool.
Amer goes, I'm very close to be able to make myself invisible however I want, so...
Yeah, and I can cast it too now, so. Yeah, so I'm interested in selling that and selling the Bloodwell Vial. It's a +3 Bloodwell Vial.
Ooh. Okay.
Remove your blood.
Interesting.
Remove your blood purge.
Yeah, well, it turns to
Yeah.
ash when you're unattuned to it.
Oh, okay. You should be fine. All right.
So, with a ring of invisibility, and he doesn't touch it, but he looks at it carefully. Would 8,000 gold suffice?
Yes, I'll take that.
Very well.
What do we got in the old bag of holding? Let me see.
And for this
Yeah, I
Bloodwell Vial, I will give you 15,000 gold.
Okay, thank you. I'll take that too.
Nice.
Brennan?
No, I was gonna say I still have holy water.
Superior.
As you check your holy water, he flinches backwards a little bit.
Ah. Yeah, Bran Burns kind of purposefully digs through. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flasks and just kind of makes them jingle around a little bit.
He is disturbed and tries not to show it, but fails.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Sorry about that. Yeah. Do you want any holy water?
He looks at you. I will purchase it. Yes, if you so choose to rid yourself of it. And he will pay you a total of 50 gold each for the holy water.
Yeah, I'm not using it. I'll sell 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll keep one. I'll sell 4.
All right, he gives you 200 gold pieces. And as you put the holy water on the table, he looks at it, and you can feel a disdain for this substance in his eyes. And he gestures to one of the hooded figures that comes through to pick up the vials and take them, because he doesn't want to deal with them.
Brennan will just say, yeah, I kept one. You never know when you need it.
Of course, you never know when one of those fiends or devils or undead might need some putting in their place.
Oh, yeah, I'm well aware of the undead.
Really? You had much interaction?
Well, as a hunter, it's one of my favorite prey, so yeah.
Because it's one of your favorite preys, this guy is undead.
Pretty sure he's a. I don't know, guys. I think he might be a vampire. I'm not sure though.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I don't know. I don't know. He's been dropping some hints. I'm not sure. Hey, but if he looks like Gomez, and more importantly, if he acts like Gomez, then shit, I'll like him.
Yeah.
Gomez
Happy
is a
to
gentleman.
have
Yeah. Oh, actually, that reminds me, Eric. When we arrived, is it daytime or nighttime?
It's hard to tell, but based off of when you left Ivrix and the time change because of the distance you traveled, it is nighttime. In fact,
Okay.
it's 8 p.m. when you arrived. At this point, it would be 9 or 10. About ready for midnight to happen.
I'm sure that's not ominous.
Yeah.
All right. Is I look over at everyone else. Is there anything else you guys want to do or buy?
Emer's like looking through his cloak, like, oh, God, I got this, going through, checking all his weapons. I got this. Well, I guess I could use. What could I use? Oh, do you happen to have any potions of unstable healing?
I do. Fresh from the Central Wall. They arrived on a ship yesterday.
Yeah, that's why I got this one. He taps what he has.
The potions of unstable healing are expensive, however. For all, they're made with the blood of dragons.
I know. I used to have the recipe.
So they cost 2,000 gold each.
All right. Emer's like going through his pouch, and then can I also pick up 6 potions of advantage?
Of course.
Those are 50 each, so we're 2,300.
Yes.
And we'll do 3 scrolls of non-detection for
Excellent.
2,900 gold.
Very well, sir.
Thank you for doing business, of course.
Of course.
Gotta be prepared when you go hunting, he says with quotes.
Yes. Why do you place the air quotes? Do you not actually hunt? Or you simply peruse?
Everybody hunts.
Emer pauses for a moment, and he's picking. You can tell he's picking his words carefully. Some cultures find my version of hunting to be not legal or frowned upon.
You like to use the term distasteful.
Yeah, they want to throw me in jail afterwards. Distasteful is when I sleep with their mother. Jail is slightly more inconvenient. Not a lot more, but it's slightly.
But you will have to tell me some of your tawdry stories. I would love to hear them before you provide them to Juan Francisco Bolea.
I don't know what he had to offer me to give him stories.
Oh, I'm sure that he could provide you with something. For all the gossip is a blowhard.
Oh.
Along with blowing other things.
Yeah, I mean,
Sounds like a fun guy.
If you are into that sort of thing, perhaps.
just like all the men are into Amarella,
Who is Amarella?
This floozy blonde girl, I kind of know.
Ah. Juan Francisco is all of that, except for the girl part.
Yeah, that's the part I don't like.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Hector? What are you doing?
I
Sorry, I
don't
had
know
a
what
puppy
he's
dog come
doing.
visit me. The dog just walked in, put his head on my lap, like.
Yeah, he loves you.
Oh, buddy.
All right. Well, does anyone else need anything from Sergio?
What about
Good?
what about information?
Well, if he's only been here for the last 20 years.
Well, he may. I'm going to describe the bracers and see if he knows, if he's ever heard of bracers like that.
Interesting. Bracers with birds on them, held by a bounty hunter. I have seen these, in fact. Would have been a year ago, I believe. One of my regulars comes in after 2 or 3 months. Why?
He still comes in every couple of months. Is that right?
Yes.
Does he still have the bracers? Because I'd like to, maybe bargain with him for them.
I have not seen the bracers in over a year. Does buy and sell quite often, but I did not purchase them. They looked fairly mundane.
What is his name?
Oh, I'm sure it'll come to me. I seem to be having a lack of remembrance at the moment.
Oh. Well, if you could remember, I'd be glad to pay you for the information.
Well,
Oh.
4 copper pieces change your mind.
Oh, you wound me. 4 copper pieces. I seem to have forgotten. What were we speaking about?
Look, I'm just saying that because I have 4 copper pieces and it's an uneven number.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
I was thinking, but something much more substantial than that.
Well, perhaps. What did you?
Fine.
Oh,
What
I seem
is
to be getting
what is
weak.
what's the information worth to you?
Oh, I'm sure my memories and my discretion are invaluable. After all, I couldn't give away people's information. It would violate privacy. You understand? You wouldn't want me to tell people about our negotiations, would you?
No, of course not. Yeah, like I said, I think I would like to bargain with this person, or at least, find out where the bracers are, and maybe spread some wealth to them as well. You'd be doing them a favor. I'll pay you 100 gold if you can just point me in the right direction.
He smiles and points out the door, knowing that this is a joke.
Yeah,
He's intentionally making this a joke. They, of course,
Yeah,
are
it's
not
funny.
here. But if you're seeking a name, I'm sure that my medicine for memory is very expensive.
Oh, jeez. Man, more than 100 gold? Shit. I guess the
He's-
guy is pretty dangerous.
He's risking his
so-
life. He's
Oh,
risking
yeah,
his
yeah, the
life
guy is
to
dangerous.
tell
Yeah.
someone a bounty hunter's name.
Yeah, the guy is dangerous. I'll pay him 1,000 gold for the information.
Oh, I seem to be recalling. Oh, yes. Dressed all in black with his brother. Yes. McCain was his name. Yes.
That's another
Okay.
name.
Okay. Yep.
He has a brother?
Yes. They call themselves the McCain brothers. I don't know their first names, of course, as they are very private. However,
Yeah.
they do work together and they do travel across the plains, at least evidenced by the fact that they share the same currency that you've paid today with.
Oh,
Aimer, this is going to tickle your ears because the McCain brothers are bounty hunters that you know of from your association with Zoran Keltris. And I think you're trying to talk, but couldn't hear you.
that's
He
good
might.
info.
I saw his name light up. Man, everyone's having audio
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Discord's
right.
doing something. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Counters.
All right, so the McCain brothers. All right, that's 4 out of 7 names I know. Good, excellent.
Oh, I'm going to
Rose, we need-
I'm going to point out you don't know that they're part of the Red Talons.
Well,
They
I
might
thought.
be or might not be. They
Okay.
could be.
Oh. Okay.
The insight check
Rose,
from
we need
earlier
to-
was they could be.
Oh.
Rose,
Okay.
we need to find somewhere safe to spend the night. We
Oh,
should go ahead and get off the streets, I think.
Are you asking that verbally or through the Aimer talkie?
No, I'll say that. I'll say that verbally.
Well, no, not my name.
Oh no. What's your? I didn't call you your name. I
Yeah.
called you a nickname, didn't I?
Yeah. So, well, they know that nickname, and that's also her name. She has 2 names, but she's going by Amarella right now. But yeah, you could just say, we should find a place for lodgings. Yeah, I'll ask Sergio. Sergio, where's reputable lodgings in this town?
Oh, you have been gone
Sergio.
a long time.
So I look at Sergio and say, yeah, we're looking for safe. Well, good grief. Yeah, I'll just let him go ahead and speak.
Yeah, just
Where
reputable lodgings. Yeah.
So I tell Rose,
reputable
in this little Aimer walkie-talkie, our psychic link. I say, look, this city is full of vampires. That's all this place is. We need. He's not going to point us to a safe place. We need to find a safe place
All right.
for the night.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to
This-
say the Gilded Wolf is the
The
place.
Gilded Wolf.
Yeah.
Okay. This is, yeah. It just clicked on me being here, and my dragon sense has gone off, and it's like, okay, this whole place is nothing but vampires.
Oh yeah, you can do the detection thing now, like
And
the
so-
paladin detection thing.
Yeah. So, divine sense, but.
Okay, you do
There's
that.
a lot of things that click in the conversation. There's this guy. There's this Avantis. It's so much just all of a sudden click in my head. And it's like, okay, we need to find somewhere off the streets, a safe place till tomorrow.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, you think I don't know that?
Okay. Anything else you need from Sergio at the Chupacabra?
I don't think so.
All right. So, you guys are and he rises and bows graciously to you, opens the door, and escorts you back through the taxidermy room and to the open door at the front. Please have a wonderful stay in Bourbon. Welcome back, miss. And should you ever have need of our services, please return. After all, we value your business and you are excellent customers.
Thank you, Sergio. Thank you for being so polite.
Of course. Good night.
Good night, Sergio. Before I'm gonna over the walkie-talkie. I'll tell Echo. I want to talk to this Francisco person. He seems like the kind of person who would know a lot about the comings and goings of the city.
Do we know how to find it?
I mean, yeah, he's over at the gilded,
The fantastic chimera.
the fantastic chimera.
Yeah. Okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, like if anyone knows what's going on with Cervantes, it's going to be this guy. At least the basic scuttlebutt. As we're walking, I'll change the appearance of her clothing to something a little nicer than what she was wearing before.
Okay.
They're so upper middle class looking, and yeah, she'll start heading towards the
Fantastic chimera.
fantastic chimera. Yes.
All right. As you approach, above the shop, there is a chimera that has been painted in rainbow colors.
Oh, I like this place already.
The
I mean, everywhere else is so drab.
The dragon's head is prismatic from head to neck. The lion's head is prismatic from head to neck. And the ram's head is prismatic from head to neck. The wings themselves shine with mother of pearl and rainbows all over.
Okay.
Yeah.
The place is pretty fabulous.
It looks really fabulous, or it would if there was any light. In the
Oh, they're
dingy
closed.
darkness, yeah, it looks kind of sleazy.
So, Amer, did you hear about the McCain brothers?
A little bit about them.
Did you hear about their association?
No, I did not. I happened to. I had talked to a dog about it outside.
The McCain brothers have worked for Zoran Keltris in the past.
And one of them has the bracers of whistling or whatever.
Issues
That
of
part I
whistling
did get.
birds. Yeah. All right. So as you guys walk into the Fantastic Chimera, the place in here looks a little abandoned. And then coming out from the back, a man dressed in an entire rainbow outfit walks up. Oh, excellent. Welcome to the Chimera. Can I help you?
Well, I'm new in town, and I was hoping to commission.
So sweet. Oh, a fairy. How do you do, darling? As he walks right past you, Miss Rose, and right up to Stell.
I literally just undeafened. What about me?
Oh, I wanted to see what you were doing with such a white dress. However, do you keep it clean?
Well,
Reg.
besides usual means of keeping it clean, just prestidigitation while it's out.
Oh, we must
Like,
absolutely accessorize you. Come with me. This way. Yes.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Don't mind the spider webs.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I dusted. I'm sorry. Yes.
I'm assuming you're Juan Balea?
Juan Francisco Balea the third. Yes.
Oh, the third. Did I know the first back in the day, or is that
Roll
just...
history check
Yeah.
with advantage because you're from here. The 21, yeah, you would have heard of Juan Francisco Bolea Jr.
Junior back in the day. Oh, I think I knew your grandfather.
Oh, so exciting. Really? Oh, he was quite the scad, wasn't he? Oh. So, how can I help you today? Oh, pearls. Of course, pearls. You have to do pearls. Yes? Of course.
Well,
This way.
dress.
Dress? Oh.
Dress. Yes.
I think she's got a beautiful dress. What's wrong? Oh, we should absolutely make it
No.
more colorful. Don't you believe? Yes, of course.
For me.
Why?
I would like to buy a dress.
Why?
Oh, I plan on making a grand debut, and I would like something fabulous to be for when I do it.
Turn.
She turns.
I'm not sure we can help.
What? Well, surely someone as skilled as you can work with someone like me.
Roll your persuasion check.
Pretty rude.
Yeah. It will be an effort, of course, but I suppose I can try. We can endeavor to work with whatever. Come with me. Diva, would you mind guiding your accessory to the stand? Stell, he's talking to you.
Oh, repeat.
He's asking you, the diva, to escort your accessory, August Rose, to the stand to have her measurements taken.
Got it. Sorry, I was referred to as the diva and it didn't process I was being referred to. Yeah, sure, I'll bring Pseudo Rose up.
Oh, wherever did you get these clothes? Oh, barefoot? Goodness. And those nails. What have you done? Porridge. I have so much work to do.
I know, I'm sorry.
You have the gold for this, of course.
Of course.
Of course you do. It's going to be 25 gold just for the treatment.
Oh yeah, she'll cough up and she'll just say, "Well, it's been a long time since I've been in this city, and I heard you're the man to talk to hear
of
about all the
course I
comings
am.
and goings."
Oh, all the comings, of course. But,
Yeah.
the goings as well.
She'll give him 10 platinum pieces.
Your
Well-
boys can sit, or do you want them to watch?
I don't care. It's nothing they haven't seen before.
Oh, how exotic. It's so cute. Here we go. And he produces a fabric measuring tape and begins measuring.
Yeah, and so while he's going about his work, trying to feminize Rose, she's gonna start, plying him about like, what's going on in the city, who's in charge, is he
Oh.
some sort of undead immortal lich that's extremely powerful, things things
Do
of
you
that
ask
nature.
that specific question?
No, not. I'm being a
Okay.
little more subtle than that. I think
Okay.
people are getting a little antsy, so I'm trying to move it
Sure.
along.
Oh no, you can ask the undead immortal lich part. That'd be way more funny.
Well, the Cervantes family, they're of course interested in all the shipping and the slaves that they export from Weston and from all over Cortland and all over the place.
Yeah,
It doesn't really matter.
there's Don Ricardo
Yes, Don
Cervantes
Ricardo.
Sr.
He's
And then there's his-
so horrible, He's rendered this entire place dingy and drab. You know how much paint I use on the Chimera? It's way too much.
Yeah,
But-
this city was much prettier back in the day. I can tell you that much.
Oh, I'm sure, of course.
Yeah.
But it's been nice and dark for a while. It helps with the complexion, the skin. But you understand. I do wish for occasional greenery. It'd be nice. But, oh, goodness, what is that? Oh, mud. Thanks. But no, he's doing quite well for himself, quite wealthy, of course. He has made those deals with those fiends, which he brought in to patrol the city. Keeps a lot of them in the castle, of course. They say that his wife is one, actually. I'm not certain of that, of course. But it could be true. And if it is, how scandalous would that be? It could be so interesting. What kind of children would they have? Huh.
I
That
imagine they'd be half-
Cervantes, that Sancho
half
boy,
fiends.
he left. You heard about that, right? He went and ran off with some teenagers. Oh, horrific. He went off and found a Harangon lad to have an affair with. Oh,
So Sancho is Don Ricardo's bastard son, right?
no. Great-grandchild? Something like
Oh,
that. I'm not exactly
great-grandchild.
sure.
No.
You could say he's probably a bastard after all. He is a bastard. Yeah, the
So-
way he treats me when he comes in for his new clothes. The
I don't
last
think you've
time he
seen
came
him
in for an ascot.
How many years ago was that at this point? Many, I would assume.
Oh, no. Sancho was in here 2 weeks ago? Not long.
Good to know. So there's Sancho. Who other than Don Ricardo, does he have like an heir, like someone he trusts? Like is there another Cervantes? I know it's a whole family.
Don Ricardo trusts no one and nothing. You understand, of course. And
Mhm.
if you were him, would you trust anyone? Of course not. So,
Well,
no.
he has his family, of course.
Like he would trust them. Each of them is looking for a way to take power from him and control all of Bourbon, along with the rest of Reston. Of course, Don Ricardo's currently got his eyes set on the Schnozen Protectorate. That's the only sea-based force that could really rival him with his ships. So big. Have you seen them? They house
yeah.
thousands of men. I saw one the other day. I swear, it had 100 ballista on it.
Don't make a. I'm trying not to make a seaman joke, but
Hmm.
uh, so well, so she's remembering that conversation she had with the spirit that specifically said his weakness is his family. So yeah, so does he have? So how many sons does Don Ricardo have?
Well, that depends on what you mean by son.
Or children?
Well, Don Ricardo has officially Leandro Cervantes. Leandro, of course, is the official line of succession. He's kind of still around, but not really important. And I will put his name in chat here.
Oh yeah, I'm writing all this down. I need this info. I'm making a list and I'm checking it twice.
Well, Leandro Cervantes is very naughty and not very nice.
Exactly.
And of course, Leandro married Eliza de Casa de Flores. Wait, are you familiar with them? They were another famous family here in Bourbon. Terrible tragedy about her parents, though. Uh, but they
What
died
do
in
you
a
say, Eliza de la Casa de
de Ca-
Flores?
Eliza de Casa Flores, and that
Is that
should trigger something for you.
yeah, yeah? I'm trying to see if I remember who that is.
Okay, roll a history check.
Eliza de Casa Flores. Okay. Do I get advantage?
Yep,
All right. Not very good.
you don't know that person.
Huh. All right. I don't know who that is.
And of course, they had
That
their
name.
son Ario, and I will put his name in chat. you think that? Yeah, I got lore.
Yeah, and I'm gonna find it all out because knowledge is power.
Yes, of course. Well, after Liza and had Ario, he fell in love with a woman named Isabella. Are you familiar with Isabella? Of course not. She's
No.
so gorgeous. But he divorced Eliza and slew her in her sleep. At least that's the scuttlebutt. She might have just died of natural causes, like the stories say. But somebody says they saw an eviscerated, impaled form on the wedding bed for Isabella. Who knows? But Isabella died when she gave birth to Sancho. So the question is the legitimate heir Ario or Sancho? Who cares? It's not like Don Ricardo is ever going to die. He's 149 or 200, however old he is. It doesn't really matter. He's some sort of deal with the devils, of course.
So she saw him one time, like
Mhm.
when she was peeking through like her father's study, and he was talking with Cervantes. So he looks like a human. I'm assuming, like 100 years
Generally,
ago at least.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Just he looks just like a swarthy buccaneer, piratey looking
Not
man.
as swarthy. If you've seen the traditional Blackbeard, like the actual paintings of Blackbeard, he's more of that slender, athletic type as opposed to swarthy.
Okay, so but yeah, he was like a buccaneer,
Yes,
noble kind of looking guy, and that was a century and change ago. So admittedly,
well
he might have changed since
dressed.
then.
Yeah, very well dressed.
But he looked
well
human.
groomed. Yes, looked
Okay.
human. Yes.
So yeah, she's just gonna mention like so yeah, he's ancient, and does no one question like how he lives so long? How does he do it? Is it just a deal with devils?
Oh, I'm sure. After all, would you ask the question of him? Of course you wouldn't, because if you did, he would take your soul and eat it.
Hmm.
He does that, you know. Occasionally he comes through town and he finds some unsuspecting person who happens to be in his way. He tears their soul from their body with his bare hands, consuming it on the street, leaving the body there. Just as an example, how horrid it is. How uncivilized. It's because I
terrible.
say these things that I don't get any more business. But I can't keep my mouth shut. I have my opinions. However
I
unpopular
very
they
much
are.
enjoy your opinions, and I very much enjoy all this, all this gossip.
Oh, it's not gossip.
Uh,
It's the truth.
I mean,
I thought Sancho got out of the Feywild.
Oh, the Feywild. Well, your diva friend here. What was your name, darling? Oh, Stell. I heard them say that, I believe. But
Yeah.
what scuttlebutt have you heard from the Feywild? The last time I heard, Queen Titania had an orgy.
I mean,
Which one?
they have a lot of orgies there, but no.
Which one?
Which orgy or what?
Oh. I heard that she had an orgy with minotaurs.
nice.
Yeah, I did see some minotaurs there, but no. One
Yeah.
of the last times I was there, Sancho was a rabbit on her lap.
Really? How delightful! I hadn't heard that one. I will have to ask him the next time he comes in. He comes in for his socks and his scarves and all of his fabulous accessories.
But
no, I heard that Queen Titania is actually pregnant with a Minotaur baby.
Oh.
Did not
Well, we
know
saw
that.
her. We saw her a few days ago, weeks ago, I guess. At
Is
this
she
point.
showing?
Not that I noticed.
Yeah, no, I didn't notice.
Oh, well, those Fae have all the luck.
Yeah, well, glamour. She may have been hiding it for all we know.
Of course. Perhaps it's twins, and it could be something else. One of those centaurs, they're hung like a horse.
They are a horse.
No, they're centaurs.
They're mostly a horse.
Like
Perhaps.
60%
I don't talk
horse.
bad about centaurs, especially since the captain of the fleet is one.
Oh, right. The captain of... Well, yeah, so... I mean, Cervantes basically owns everything here. Or all the important stuff, I'm assuming, right?
Oh, no. He doesn't own it all. No. He allows us to have our own capitalistic rights, of course. But he does control it all. For example, I do have to pay a protection fee, or they deface my chimera, and they smash my windows, and they take all my goods. But he doesn't own it. I own it. You understand.
Oh, that's good.
Here, put this on.
Oh, thank you.
Turn. No. He tears the dress off you.
I need to leave a little early. I'm sorry.
Right. Thank you, Snow.
Yeah. Sorry. Thank you for the session.
Yep. Thanks for coming.
Sorry.
See you next week. We'll be in here soon.
All right. So you say Sancho comes in here fairly often?
Oh, of course he does. That man is as vain as the sky is gray.
Rose, do we know where our next stop's going to be? I mean, who you want to see next and how to find them?
Yeah.
Are you saying that over the communication?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just trying to find out as much information as I can. I need, who's dangerous, who I have to kill. I have to talk to the House of Flowers and see what support I can get from them in overthrowing this guy. There's a lot of work I need to do. And I'm just trying to get as much info as I can before, because this isn't going to be we just walk up to the castle and kill the guy.
So is there a House of Flowers here in the city?
I have no idea.
Well, let's find that out.
Yeah. With your history check earlier, you remember that Eliza de Casa Flores?
Flores, yeah.
Is actually a member of the House of Flowers, and they had a location here. You don't know where that is, so you could investigate that further. That's up to you.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Casa.
And see if you can figure out. I don't know if this guy knows where it is, but because it may be a secret, maybe a secret location.
Mm-hmm.
What about, and ask about the McCain brothers. You seem to have a pretty good rapport with this guy.
Well, yeah. So she'll ask him. Well, we've been hearing about these two very, very manly men. These McCain brothers.
Are they here? Oh my God!
Well, we just know that they're badasses. What do you know about them?
They're very good asses, if you know what I mean.
No,
but no, they come here occasionally when they need a disguise, and of course I oblige because that's what I do. But they were in here 2 months ago or so, something like that. It hasn't been long. Why?
Oh, well, we heard that they have, we want to meet them. We heard that they have an item that they may have found in their adventures.
Of course. Yes. Yeah, they found that hammer. They think it's such the rage. But I don't really like hammers, after all. They just hit things and bludgeon and smears things all over the place. It's not pleasant.
Well, do you know if they happen to be in the city or?
Oh, of course they are. They're here in the city. Of course, they're probably down by the docks because that's where they get all their information that they don't get from me because I don't give out any information at all to anyone. I'm the paragon of privacy.
Oh yeah, you're a truth teller, but you know how to keep your mouth shut. That's the important thing.
Of course, dear. But no, they go down to the docks, and that's where they talk to the people over there. Last time I saw them, they were over near that big ship, the one that just unloaded all of those new textiles. Have you seen the silks from Shu? They're so nice, especially after that city got burned down by that dragon. Oh, it's so horrible. Such terrifying thing. I'm sorry?
Which
I'm at
city?
Oh, you didn't hear about it? Some city over in Shu, there was a dragon. They say that it was 10 miles long. It flew over the city and raised it to the ground with one breath. Ah! Thousands of lives lost. Who knows?
I imagine that's drastically affected the prices.
Oh, of course, but in a good way for us, and for the resale, and for you. You see, when all the people are dead in a city, looting happens.
That does make sense.
Why wasn't I there to loot? Why did we have to run away?
Because staying there would have killed us with all the frenzy in the air. Yeah.
That dragon did come by here. We saw it the other day. It went right up to the castle.
Really? When did that happen?
Well, it would have been right after the McCain brothers left my shop.
So that a giant two-headed purple dragon
No,
just flew up to the
black.
castle?
It was
Oh,
definitely
black.
black. No.
But it had two heads?
Oh, with enormous, fabulous horns. They twisted like an ibex. Oh, to have placed myself between those horns.
So did it go into the castle, or did it like talk
It flew up to the castle and wrapped itself around the very top. It was there for the better part of 2 hours. Then it roared something terrible. I thought my windows were going to break, and then it flew away with a crack like thunder.
So I'm assuming it must have been talking to Cervantes or something like that. I mean, something that big talking to the most important person in the city. I mean, that's what had to have happened, right?
Oh, of course it happened. After all, he deals with all those sorts of things. We had a giant eye in the sky open up one time. Huh, horrific. It just stared at everyone for the better part of a day.
Well, that's creepy.
I know, right? Imagine wanting to find a private space in an alleyway and having a giant eyeball looking down upon you and your friend.
Ugh, terrible.
Yes. Or exotic. Depends on what you're into.
Yeah, I guess some people like that sort of thing.
Put this on.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
she'll put it on.
That's about as good as I can do. He puts you in a brown dress. It's nice. The cuts are nice. It's comfortable. You can move and flow in it. It's got a little bit of a train to it, but just enough that it doesn't actually drag on the floor.
Yeah, no, she it's kind of nice because yeah, I'm assuming this is a like Bourbon style dress.
Yep.
Yeah, she
It's on the verge of a flamenco.
yeah, she's
A brown.
she bites her lip as she looks down at it and like sniffles a little. She just says, "Thank you, Juan. This dress is beautiful."
Oh, of course it is. After all, it's the best I can do for what I had to work with.
This this really means a lot to me. Thank you.
I'm
And
sure.
that 10 platinum was well spent.
Oh, dear, that only paid for the fabric. The rest was all free. Your friend here is quite delightful. But I must go away. But are the two boys available?
You have to ask them.
Young men, especially you in the white, are you available for a private massage?
I believe Brennan would love that. He's been seeming really tense lately, and I think he could really use a massage. You know,
Brendan, would you be up for a massage from this guy?
Brennan looks up and he just leaves the room.
Okay. He looks disappointed. Oh, well, if I can't have brunette, I go blonde.
first off, I am no one's second choice.
I'm.
She
How
just
about
she just
you?
shrugs.
It's been a long time. I suppose I could do.
Wait, who? What?
You, Sweet August Rose.
she, she just laughs and says, "I'm flattered, but no, unfortunately."
Very well.
Yeah, we have too much business.
As Amerleezy is going to shake his hips, though, like out the door. So hold on.
Okay.
I haven't had a chance to roll performance in a while.
All right.
So over the psychic link, I mean, Amer, did you catch that? It sounds like all of our enemies know each other and hanging out together.
Well, I mean, a number of them. I knew that Cervantes and Keltris had. They. How do I want to say this? They're not friends, but they're not enemies. They'll help each other out one day and fight the next.
No, they run in the same circles. You know, sometimes it's beneficial for them to help each other. Sometimes it's beneficial for them to help themselves.
But Vagraden showing up here, it really makes me wonder just what Cervantes actually is. Because last time I was here, it wasn't like this either.
I think the whole city is an undead kingdom for an arch vampire. I mean, I think this is his domain. Somehow he's infested this city, and the whole city is, I mean, you can just feel it.
Well, we can.
I will tell you that Juan Francisco Bolea is just human. Just lives here.
Yeah. And so, right. And, you know, going back to like the Ravenloft type books, even in like a Ravenloft setting, you had humans in these domains, so it's not unheard of. But you still get that air of okay, this is what Cervantes is. I think. I mean,
well, a city of. Well,
vampires rip the souls out of people, though. I can't say I've read about that in any generic book.
Brennan.
What could Brennan roll? I don't know what it would be.
To find out
he does have he has favorite enemy of undead, and if the city is truly a big layer of undead, you know, are there things that could tip him off to suggest this?
This would be an insight check.
Insight.
And you have advantage on this because they are your favorite foe.
Okay, there's one. Let me try another one.
So you got a 30.
Nice.
hold on. There we go.
34. Okay, Brennan. Fine.
I mean, this is like
show up.
We saw the taxidermy, you know.
Yeah. The city, while it may be ruled by an undead adjacent entity in Don Ricardo, the general aspect of the city is more fiendish as opposed to populated by undead. There are people here who wouldn't bat an eye to dealing with an undead, but the mass of this population is not undead. So you're not seeing mass amounts of vampires, you're not seeing zombies or skeletons, you're not seeing lots of necromancers. There are going to be a couple in here, like you'll see some of the symbology and iconography of different shops that would house those sorts of things, but they are not the most populous thing in the area.
So we're dealing more with like, so when you say fiends, are we also demons and things of that nature? Or?
Fiends, demons, devils, otherworldly entities, etc. Now, there will be a significant number of undead, especially up near the castle. And you can tell that by the architecture up there, because you're Brennan and you rolled a 34 on your monster hunting insight. So, based off of that structure up there, it is designed around having flying undead being involved. That's going to be a thing. Because the sheer walls of the castle lend themselves towards dropping people.
Nice. So, over the walkie-talkie, yeah. So, just explaining, look from the architecture and from what I've seen and not seen, specifically not seen. It doesn't seem like this is going to be a layer of like vampires and undead, but there are fiends. It looks like maybe this could be demons, devils, more along that line. He'll talk about the architecture at the top of the building for undead too, and then say, I don't know. This is when I first met you all, and you have more information and backstory, but this is probably more of a place of demons and devils. And I think when we first met, we were talking about a demon, right?
Yes, Mr. X, but that was related to Gerald's history, and I was just hired to kill that one demon. This is a little more personal, but so yeah, it's interesting you point out that flying things will try to knock you off the walls if you assault the fortress, because that spirit I spoke to at the Dragonhorn said that his weakness was 1, his family, and 2, flying things, which is a little vague.
Well, dragons fly too, right?
Yeah. Where's my stupid notes? Flying.
What are the chances that you can find the House of Flowers in the city?
Yeah, his weakness is his family, and he's weak against things that fly, and you can't fly into Bourbon. That's what I was told by the spirit. As far as the House of Flowers, I mean, I have no idea. Like, I joined that after. I joined the organization after I left this place. I would have to.
So when you walk around the city, the architecture and I mean the graffiti on the walls and things like that. There's symbol and signage.
Oh yeah. There's
for
signs,
the House of Flower. I'm sure there's for the House of Flowers. I'm sure there's foliage that would say, "Hey, you're heading in this direction. You're getting hot. You're getting cold," kind of thing.
Yeah, there is, but I have to look for it. And it's a big city.
Yeah, so I think if we're gonna get more information, that's probably a good start, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but I do have to point out that for very rich and powerful people, it's not uncommon for them to buy protection from the house. Which is something I have to check before I make any moves.
If you guys want to go to the docks and see about the Kane brothers, I'm good for that too, because that's something I want to do. See if we can locate those guys and talk to them.
They seem knowledgeable. Let's. I mean, the docks is as good a place as any for me. I'll be on the lookout while we're walking.
It's interesting that now because you're talking about convergence of enemies,
Yeah.
And it's just interesting now. You have devils and demons and fiends involved, and the dragon. I don't know.
We have archfey and dragons. Yeah, we have.
Yeah, your prismatic dragon. Yeah, they're all. I hope they're not conspiring against us. It would have been a lot easier to pick them off one by one.
Well, it's also understanding. Yeah, is it coincidence?
No. See, in Amarazi's history, I mean, it was a council of powerful individuals like this that brought him down the first time. So, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me that group of individuals, maintained power after he was gone. Even if Agradan did die, there's a very good chance that council of evil fiends and creatures.
Cervantes is only a couple hundred years old, but do you think that Shadow Scar person? I mean, he was probably on the original. He's probably organizing a second, for lack of a better term, Council of Evil. He
may be going through the. So this is what succeeded last time. Let's go through it again, kind of thing. Yeah.
You know what it is? It's sky people.
What?
Wait, wrong character.
Wrong
sorry,
campaign.
sorry.
Bam.
This guy.
So yeah, it's right. Well, the good news is, I guess if all our eggs are in one basket, that makes them easier to make an omelet out of. Is that the saying?
Yeah, I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
All
But
right.
yeah, those are excellent let Brennan. But yeah, let us head to the docks. Maybe we can meet these McCain brothers, and they can shed some more light on the situation. Because I want to know as much as I can. Each and every
Yeah.
single powerful person in his employ, every single. If he has a castle full of fiends, that's actually a good catch. Maybe we can start preparing for like anti-devil combat. I don't even know how that would go about. Last time we fought one of those, it was kind of a mess.
You got turned dumb.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So,
I remember.
so I've shared this with you guys. I'll read it again before I share it again, but I'm going to share Amarazi's backstory, Echo's backstory with you guys in Discord. Make sure to read it. Yeah, the last paragraph has to do with, the forces that gathered against him.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'll share that. I'll make sure there's nothing in there that I haven't shared already, but I think I've shared pretty much most of this. And then I'll share it in Discord.
Okay.
All right. Well, next week we will head to the docks of Bourbon and see if you guys can find the McCain brothers and have an interaction with them, perhaps.